be ready. I'm not ready, actually. I sacrificed myself for Kyoko. Well, I guess I sacrificed myself because I didn't question her on her lie about not being able to go back into her room. So I don't know if I was supposed to question her about it, but in my head, I sacrificed myself for my girl. So I'm fine with it, I guess, because I'm not dead. I'm not dead. So I was literally framed. I'm fine with it because it was me being framed, you know? It was meant to be framed to look like Kyoko. I assumed it was meant to be framed to look like Kyoko, but the circumstances made it look like me, therefore I'm the one that got executed because I didn't question her on her not having the key. We're gonna see. I'm not dead because Shiro saved my life, and then I don't know what the fuck is gonna happen to Kyoko because they were obviously after her ass. They wanted her dead, so I don't know what's gonna happen to her, actually. Okay, here I am. Let's see what I can touch and look at. That's a monokuma. That's a monokuma rocket. That's what we saw at the very beginning of the game. That's a rocket and a tank. I better not think too much about what I'm seeing down here. not think too much about what I'm seeing. Are you serious, Makoto? This is a desk. It's probably the one that fell down here with me. What do you mean not think too much about it? You should take note of everything you see down here. Is that an airplane? How did something like that wind up in a school's garbage pit? Okay, can we get out? It's locked. It's locked. No matter how many times I push or pull or kick at it, it didn't budge. Getting out of here isn't going to be that easy. Well, if I'm not getting out of here anytime soon, I decided to look around for some food. There's plenty of food here, but it's all rotten. But that was pointless too. Next, I searched for some water. How can I be sure which liquids I can drink and which ones are an all-around bad idea? Again, pointless. I feel like I'm blocked in on all sides, but that's still not enough reason to give up because I'm still alive. As long as I'm alive, I'll never give up. After making that proud declaration, the next thing I decided to do was go to sleep. My sleep was deep and uninterrupted. That was my only way to preserve what little strength I had left, after not being able to eat or drink. I can't be sure, but I think at least a full day had to have passed. And all I did was sleep and sleep. It was like I was waiting for some kind of sign to come falling out of the sky. And I assume that's going to happen. Something's going to fall out of the sky and save me now. However, what fell from the sky wasn't a sign. Not exactly. What the? It's gonna be dead Toko. The strange sound pierced my silent isolation, jarring me awake. Oh, it's just trash. As I watched, the pile of garbage jostled and formed an odd shape. Did something fall down over there? Something fell from above. What could it have been? What is it? What is it? Did a giant piece of trash just fall down here? I carefully stretched my hand out towards whatever it was that had tumbled down here with me.
Just a second.
It's Kyoko! A giant piece of trash? Rude. Before she even emerged from the pile of garbage, I knew who it was. She came to save me!
It smells awful.
You have ramen on your head! Kyoko?
Indeed.
You look like you're doing better than I expected. What are you doing here?
So...
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to help you. I'm glad to hear that, Kyoko. You've got a bit of garbage in your hair. She gave her head a quick, sharp shake to get rid of the trash, then faced me again.
Hey.
First, I have something for you. Oh my god, thank you! Go ahead and eat it. We can talk once you're finished. Thank you! I snatched the bread and water that she was holding out for me. Within seconds, it was in my mouth and making its way towards my stomach. Oh my god, she has the master key, so she can totally just unlock the door for me. Okay, this is great. That hit the spot. Now I've got all the energy I need to keep going. So you still haven't given up then? Of course not. After all, the fact that I can keep going forward is about all I'm good at. Well, that's not such a bad thing to be good at. Okay? Are you gonna help me? But Kyoko, why'd you come to rescue me?
So...
To pay a debt. Or no, to atone. Atone?
You
During the trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything. Yeah, because I know, I didn't say anything because I know that I can trust her. I mean, I don't know if I could trust her, but I trust her. So you knew that I knew.
Indeed.
But even though I knew, I did nothing to help you. I abandoned you. Don't say that, you didn't abandon me. No, that's exactly what I did. I abandoned you in order to save my own life. You were trying to save me, and I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you.
However...
But listen, not that I'm trying to make excuses, but there was a reason that I had to survive, no matter the cost. And that's the reason I sacrificed myself. Why did you have to survive?
It's true.
I'll tell you everything. The reason I have to survive,
In other words,
is so that I can do what I came to the school to do. What? I made up my mind to come to Hope's Peak Academy for one very important reason. So you have some reason for coming to Hope's Peak?
indeed.
That's right, at least I did, once. Once? Until recently, I'd forgotten what it was. You forgot? But that's... I have no memory of what my purpose was. No memory? That's impossible. Amnesia? Then is it really true you lost your memory?
Makoto.
Do you remember, Makoto? Do you remember the first thing that happened to each of us as soon as we arrived at the school? The first thing? You're talking about when we fainted, right? I fainted, and when I woke up, I was trapped here.
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point my memory was gone. At that time, I had forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to the school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what would make you forget all that?
Hey.
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine. It happened by chance. It seemed much too convenient. Are you saying you think you lost your memory because...
Indeed.
I don't think, I'm positive it was the work of the mastermind. They stole my memory. Her memory got hijacked, dude. Are you fucking serious? They stole her memory. That's what it was. They stole her memory. But why would they want to do that? There's only one reason I can come up with. Because of my purpose and my ability, somehow they would interfere with the mastermind's plan. So the mastermind just stole them from you? Okay.
However...
And it could also mean somehow my memories may be connected to the mystery of the school and the mastermind. So why would you be invited back to the school though? Because it's a game? Which is why I have to get them back. That's why I have been investigating things by myself this whole time. But if what you say is true, why didn't you ask the rest of us to help you?
Why is that?
If I did that and we all worked as one, the mastermind would have noticed right away. Plus, there's always a chance that the mastermind is actually one of us. What?
Correct.
Well, don't make it too big a deal. Don't make too big a deal of it. It's just a possibility. But since it is a possibility, we can't ignore it, right? The mastermind? One of us? Well, that's the whole thing. The Mukuro Ikusaba thing was literally the 16th student is the mastermind, but we literally had no interaction with them at all. If she believed that, then of course she couldn't trust anyone around her. In which case, it only makes sense that she would look into her missing memory by herself.
However...
That being said, there was a limit to what I could do by myself, which is why I asked you to help me. But why me? Because I'm nobody. I've literally done, I don't know. Why me, honestly? Because among everyone, you were the least likely to be the mastermind. That was just intuition, but I see. Your intuition was right though. There's no way an ordinary kid like me could have been the mastermind, but I actually am. Actually, my memories were also stolen. Actually, my memory was flipped with Kyoko's. I'm actually the mastermind. I understand.
I should understand everything. My goal isn't to get out of here. It's to stay here.
Oh, that's what I dreamt of when I was sick, isn't it? It's just like the dream I had before, but why did that just happen?
Listen.
Are you okay? Oh, yeah, it's nothing. It is nothing, right?
Hey.
Even now, I still trust you, you know. It's just, I'm not used to relying on others.
Correct.
I know I never asked you for help the right way, so I understand if you're not convinced. Honestly, I was convinced. I think that's just her personality. Okay, are we gonna talk more? You said you had a reason for doing all that investigating on your own. So, how did that turn out? Were you able to remember anything?
So...
I think there's still a lot I don't remember, but at the very least, I was finally able to recall my purpose and my ability. Are you the ultimate detective? How was I close? You mentioned your ability. My ability, what everyone should have known me for. I'm the ultimate detective! I knew it! The ultimate detective?
Correct.
And the reason I came to Hope's Peak Academy, there was someone I had to find here in the school. Who was it? You had to find someone? Who?
So...
Well, it was the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. The headmaster? Why did you want to find the headmaster? What? Because he's my father. What?
In other words...
I was separated from him as a child. As it turns out, he became the headmaster of Hope's Peak. Kyoko's dad is Hope's Peak's headmaster? Then that explains when Alter Ego told us how he thought the headmaster was involved. I'll find a way.
Huh?
No matter what it takes, I will find the headmaster.
No matter what?
No matter the cost.
So,
Kyoko, what's going on? My memory hadn't come back at that point, but when he said that, I felt strange. It makes perfect sense now, of course, since my whole purpose for coming here was to find him. That makes sense.
However...
But listen, Makoto, I want to make this perfectly clear so there's no misunderstanding. I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I only said what I felt based on what I'd seen when I'd snuck into the headmaster's room. Then what did you see in there?
So...
The room had been ransacked. The shelves were a mess, the desk drawers dumped on the floor. The only conclusion is that someone who didn't know where anything was had been in there. You mean the mastermind, right?
It's true.
That was my assumption, yes, and to confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorms using the key I found. But why there? Because I also found this in the headmaster's room. Is this some kind of map?
Indeed.
It's a layout of the entirety of Hope's Peaks Academy. I found it in the headmaster's room along with Mukuro's profile and that key. The map showed the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for faculty use. Some of the staff must have had to stay overnight from time to time, and I figured the headmaster would have some kind of private room there. I assumed that if that were true, that room would likely hold more clues, so I went to check.
Correct.
And that was when I finally remembered. I remembered that my purpose was to find the owner of that room. So you went there to see the headmaster, if the headmaster really did have a private room.
However...
But once I got there, I noticed that the second floor of the dorms didn't have any cameras or monitors. So what was it like, that part of the school, I mean? It's hard to describe. All I can say is, the moment I saw it, I realized whatever's going on in the school is more horrific than we ever imagined. What do you mean it can be worse? What do you mean?
So...
I can't explain it. You need to see it for yourself, and I'm sure you'll get the chance soon enough. It sounds like it must be important and really ominous. Okay? We'll get out of here. Come on, let's go. Which is why I had no idea what was going on in the rest of the building. It has to do with Mukuro Kusaba, doesn't it?
However...
Just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her. And I knew you didn't, girl. I know it wasn't you. I know it wasn't set up. And I know it wasn't you either. I know you're right, but that just means everyone but you and me had an alibi. So then who did kill her? Monokuma, because Monokuma's literally cheating. What I can say for sure is that the mastermind is directly involved. To begin with, the point of the class trial of Mukuro Kusaba was to get me killed. Yes, I know, and I sacrificed myself for you. Get you killed?
Indeed.
I stole that key and disappeared, and in retaliation, they wanted to draw me out and eliminate me.
Correct.
That was the point of the class trial. It was? The mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly. You mean because of the school regulations?
That's right.
Exactly. Within minimal restrictions, you are free to explore Hope's Peak Academy at your discretion.
In other words,
The mastermind is adamant about following the rules, and with that rule in place, they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it. The mastermind couldn't step in because of the rules? That makes it sound like the mastermind themselves is somehow bound by the school regulations. And that's exactly what Monokuma said that he was too.
hey,
There's one other thing I'd like to point out about the murder of Mukuro Ikusawa. What's that? There was a point where Mukuro may not have become the victim. It was gonna be me, and thanks to you, you saved me. It could have been you, Makoto. That's right. I could have become the victim?
indeed.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Do you mean during the night? I can hear them, you know, the footsteps of the god of death. What? I can hear the god of death as he moves. That ability naturally draws me into cases just like this,
Anyway,
which is exactly what happened with you. What? I was in the dorms and I had a sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell and I saw a white shadow across the corridor. I gave chase right away. As I followed it, I saw the shadow go into your room.
correct.
I ran into your room and I saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course.
However,
That wasn't the end of things, of course. I stopped them, but that led to... Whoever the masked assailant was, they ended up dead.
correct.
And their murder was disguised, and the dojo key wound up in my room. It all has to be the work of the mastermind in an attempt to use the class trial to eliminate me. So all this would mean that whoever killed Mukuro is also the mastermind, right?
Indeed.
I don't have conclusive evidence, but that's what I think. But that's really bad if true. It means the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it. Wait, but doesn't that create another contradiction? The mastermind wanted to use the class trial to try and kill you because they couldn't interfere, right?
Correct.
You're right, that is a contradiction. And it's not just Mukuro. They needed the class trial to kill me, but seemed ready to kill you in your room. Everything they did is a contradiction. So what does it all mean?
In other words,
It means that the mastermind is the one who's been cornered. Huh?
Makoto.
Just a little more. A little more, and I should be able to figure out the mastermind's identity. The identity of the other ultimate despair. Another ultimate despair? But so is Mukuro not the ultimate soldier? I'm so confused. The other ultimate despair? There's no doubt that Mukuro was the ultimate despair and that she's dead. But I don't think the ultimate despair is just one person. It's not?
Indeed.
If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever causes that event. You're talking about
That's right.
what happened a year ago, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The tragedy, whoever's responsible for that. They're the ultimate despair.
It would seem
That despicable group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. Then they're,
Indeed.
make no mistake, they're the root of all evil that has forced us to go through this. That is the ultimate despair. And that is our real enemy. Chapter 5, 100-mile dash, pain of a junk food junkie, the end. Nobody died! Nobody died! Well, Mukuro Ikusawa died, but they didn't even count. A Dream Island rocket present! Oh my god, yay! The ultimate despair. A group of people who caused a tragedy 1 year ago. Those same people put together this killing game and began broadcasting it around the world. The most desperately awful group of people ever. That is the mastermind's true identity. Our enemy has finally been revealed. And they were outsmarted by a bunch of high schoolers, losers, and one really ordinary ass kid. But right now we have to get out of this horrible place. Figuring out the rest of the story can come after. Yeah, you're right. Open the door, Kyoko, open the door. Kyoko, do you still have that one thing? Monokuma's secret tool that you got from the headmaster's room?
indeed.
Of course I do. It's an absolutely vital part of ensnaring the mastermind. I would never part with it. And it can open any door in the school, right?
That's right.
That's right. Then we should be able to use it on that door, right? Let's do it! Hey Kyoko, can we use that key of yours to open this door, right?
It's true.
Let's find out. Kyoko took out the key with the monokuma design on it and slid it into the keyhole. And then... we're out! Yes, it opened!
Indeed.
And now we can get out of here. Let's go. Sounds good. We quickly opened the door and made our escape from the garbage pit. Finally. We're finally free. But there wasn't even time to take a breath of relief because the real fight had just begun. Chapter 6. Ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, ultimate death, deadly life. That is a long-ass fucking title. After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up, like a chimney. There was a metal ladder leading up into the tunnel. We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface. Look at us go! The ladder was impossibly long. I couldn't even see where it ended. We climbed into darkness. The passage was so dark and cramped, I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. I had no idea we were so far down. How did I fall so far and not die is my question. Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you. Yeah, I'll be careful. But now that you said that, I'm getting kind of nervous. Maybe talking will help keep my mind off of it. So Kyoko, there's something I wanted to ask you. You said that you're the ultimate detective, right? So how long have you been doing detective work? How long?
So...
Ever since I can remember. I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. There was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family's always seen it that way. Then, is your family famous?
Wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us. Huh? But how come? It's like your family tradition, right? So...
Right.
Because we take pride in it. Pride?
Indeed.
A detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil. That is how we can uncover the absolute truth. We stand neutral in all things. And to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society, which is why we've made a conscious effort to conceal our existence. A conscious effort?
It's true.
It's kind of old-fashioned, and I can't say it's entirely rational. But it's our family creed, and we do what we must to protect it. Because, like I said, it's our source of pride. Pride. So that explains. Before I came here, when I was looking up info about the school online, I never saw anything about her, because she hid herself on purpose to protect the pride of her family.
However...
And yet, I gave up some of that pride. Huh? In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I didn't knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. But the reason you gave up that pride, the reason you would go so far to enter Hope's Peak, it was because of how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that.
What?
Reconnect? I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father. Huh? But you'd be reuniting after all those years, right? You would have had so much to talk about.
Wrong.
There's nothing I want to talk to my father about.
However...
There is something I want to say to him, though. What? No, no matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him face to face. What is it?
So...
I want to sever all ties with him. But if you don't even know... If you had to do all this work to even talk to your dad, do you even have any ties to begin with? Unless he's trying to contact her and this is the only way she's able to talk to him. I don't freaking know. Sever? The last time I saw him, I was still very young, so I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in line to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. He was talented and he had a promising future.
However...
But he had no interest in detective work, so he cut himself off from the family. Not long after that, my mother died and he simply ran away. He went to my grandfather and they had a huge argument, and young as I was, he left me behind. I'm sure there was a reason for that. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him.
Right.
If that was true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me. Because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. I take pride in family name. So every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. I think it's funny that she's gonna come here, ruin her little game. She's here to ruin her dad's game and then spit on him. And I love that for her. I love that for her, Kyoko. I'm glad I sacrificed myself for you. If I'd gone with him, I never would have had the chance to become a detective. I was above Kyoko on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression, so I couldn't tell. I couldn't see how she looked when she said that, what she might have been feeling. All I could tell was that compared to her usual self, she was more talkative. Wait, this is true because now she remembers. Now she remembers, so she's not like super standoffish. Wait, this made me so happy. And more emotional. I don't blame him, you know. He had his own life to live. That's what anyone in my position might say, right? But it's not true.
However,
But there's one thing that I can never forgive. Really?
so
The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind. Like I said, I think it was a good thing.
However,
But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as a little girl that was abandoned by her father. That's how they see me even to this day. His shadow had been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of his shadow.
correct.
That's why I have to find him and tell him we're no longer family, in order to settle the past, in order to remove him from my life forever. I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago. But your family, just to come out like that?
Wrong.
Our only connection is through blood, nothing more. Are we connected by heart and soul? No.
Hey,
Is blood really enough to call someone family? Only connected by blood, not by heart or soul. I was so shocked to hear her say something like that. I didn't know how to respond. So instead, I said nothing. Oh, I just love Kyoko so fucking much. Kyoko is my favorite freaking character. I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence. And after, I don't know how long, we finally reached the top. Looks like this is it.
indeed.
On the other side of this door, Hope's Peak is waiting for us. We're back.
That's right.
Remember that hatch on the ground near the trash room? That's what the hatch is! Okay, that makes sense. I'm fairly certain that's where we'll come out. I unlocked it earlier, so it should open without much trouble. Well, here goes nothing. I reached my hand out and pushed against the hatch. The hatch opened with ease, and so... we're in! Looks like we're back. Oh, looks like we're back! But I can't believe how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted. I can't exactly say we're safe and sound, but at least we're out of there. Now that we're back in Hope's Peak Academy, Kyoko, thank you. I never would have gone out of there without you. No thanks necessary. I was just returning the favor. Yay! So, like, what do we do now? It's nighttime. What do we do? So, yeah, now what do we do? I'm glad I didn't die, of course, but if the mastermind finds out, and I'm worried about you too, you helped me, so they might...
Listen.
You're worried? Yeah, of course.
So
Then let's just get a concrete answer. Huh?
in other words,
Let's ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping. Okay? I mean, I don't like this idea, because if there is a problem, then I'm gonna be killed on sight. But if there's not a problem, I guess I get to survive. But if there is a problem, I get killed on sight. Wait, that's...
however,
If we try to hide, it's only a matter of time till we're found out, and it's not like we can run away. As she said that, she pointed at the nearby surveillance camera. Oh yeah, they saw me. Hey, Monokuma! Hey, I came out of the trapdoor on the floor. I start emoting at the camera. So you're saying rather than stressing out over getting caught, we should just give up? Don't worry. What you think is going to happen isn't. Because the mastermind is the one that's ensnared. The mastermind is ensnared. You said something like that before. What does it mean?
so
The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Mukuro's death. There was a moment where the mastermind let their guard down. There was?
right.
If we can talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. And it'll be better for us if we go to him directly before he tracks us down. That should help with our negotiations. I'm still super uneasy about this. But we don't really have a choice, do we?
Indeed.
Monokuma should be in the gym.
Shall we go?
Let's get going. Why do you know he's in the gym? Why do you know he's in the gym? It's time.
Well now.
Hey, Monokuma. Hey. Kyoko, I don't mind so much. But Makoto's supposed to be dead. What is he doing here? Okay, so Kyoko, you don't mind so much, even though you wouldn't try to kill her. You wouldn't try to frame her for murder, but you don't mind so much. That's exactly how I thought he'd react. Are we really gonna be okay? You were supposed to be punished. Did Kyoko help you?
What?
So what if I did? What will you do? If the guilty party is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but that is the rule. So now I gotta punish you again, and this time I won't leave anything to chance. Kyoko! Do whatever you feel you have to. I don't understand what your plan is, girl. You literally just brought me back. You snitched me out after you helped me. What?
However,
Before you do, let me just say one thing.
no.
If you execute Makoto, that means you lose. Not that that matters to you, right? You lose? You're gonna say you lose to the teddy bear? Of course that matters to him.
Huh?
I lose?
Hey!
You explain yourself. What do you mean by that?
Because
Well, you set up the latest class trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted an excuse to kill me.
in other words,
I was supposed to be chosen as the blackened and executed, right? Hey, what are you talking about?
however,
But when Makoto chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. The results of the trial weren't at all what you were expecting, because you never imagined that in that position, one person would protect another like that.
right,
And in response to that unexpected development,
indeed.
you reacted by proclaiming Makoto the blackened and trying to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation. No, more than that. Maybe a little bit of despair? You must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well. I'm a threat to you, little teddy bear.
However,
But then there was another unexpected development waiting for you. An entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious execution machinery. Alter ego. You never imagined the possibility of a being that could come to our aid even after you'd killed it.
am I wrong?
Now, here's an absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Mukuro, you did.
Listen to me.
So executing Makoto for it would be surely, oh my god, so executing Makoto for it would surely be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. If the blackened is exposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right? That means I lose. You talk a big game. You're saying that blackened is me and not Makoto?
Well?
And you can prove this, right?
Well,
No, I can't. Don't just say it like that. What is this, a comedy routine? To make such a bold claims without a shred of evidence?
that doesn't matter.
I don't have any right now, but with a little more time, I guarantee I'll find some.
That's right.
Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there is only ever one absolute truth. And now you're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type?
Because
If Makoto really was the killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this. Oh, I see what you're playing at. He would have feared for his life, feared another execution. He would have tried to run and hide. He would have been gripped by the despair you so love to inspire.
however,
But here we are, confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts.
What the heck?
And that's supposed to be enough to convince me in the absence of evidence?
indeed.
It's not you I'm trying to convince.
Hey,
If you were to execute Makoto now, everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased. Huh?
indeed.
Imagine what everyone out there would think if you killed Makoto. I refuse to believe that this is being broadcasted. I don't believe that. They would assume that you killed him because of what we said. What we said is exactly right.
Listen to me.
Despair can never kill hope.
Hey,
Of course, you can say we're just making this all up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. No, you have no choice but to prove it. Because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat. If you want to earn our despair fair and square,
That's what we have to do.
then I suggest you take my advice. So what is this advice of yours?
It's true.
To do Mukuro's trial over again. Only this time, you follow the school regulations to ensure a fair trial.
It's time for one last showdown. One final battle between hope and despair.
Okay, what the fuck, Yoko?
Hey,
You can just come up to the teddy bear and be like, actually, let's play your game again because you're a little fucking bitch. And then the teddy bear is gonna take it. Well, would that make for a proper climax? That would make for a proper climax, wouldn't you say? A fair trial, one last showdown. In other words, this would be our chance to expose the true identity of Mukuro's killer, of the mastermind themselves. But what reason would the mastermind have to accept the challenge? They'll probably just execute me without another word. They're gonna accept the freaking challenge. Interesting.
Barrett!
Very interesting indeed. Barry?
What's wrong?
Oh, I was getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little. So, time for bear jokes. Now, what you've suggested might be plausible. I would certainly make one for Honey. It was you. Okay, I thought he's serious about these bear jokes. He's serious about these bear jokes. It would certainly make for one honey of a climax.
in other words,
Does that mean you accept?
You guys!
If we do things your way, that'll be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? It would cause you unbearable despair, right? Then I'm prepared to agree to your terms. Will your hope win out, or will my despair claim victory?
I can barely contain myself!
Let's have one final grisly showdown. He agreed. Then we still have a shot at this.
Barrett!
But this is the long-awaited climax, right? Just guessing the killer is barely a fitting end.
You guys!
So for this final face-off, you'll have to unearth all the mysteries that have been buried here. All the mysteries? That's right, every last mystery that's pawing around the school. If you can do that,
I can
then that'll be
barely
enough
contain
to
myself.
qualify as a victory for you.
it's true.
That's what that's what we've been trying to do all along. Okay, well, good. Then let's bear it off. If you can claw your way to the truth of Mukuro's death and solve the mysteries of the school,
Guys!
then you win. But if you can't do all that, we'll all face execution, right? I can barely contain my excitement. When you learn the whole truth, what kind of despair will you show me? We're as excited as you are, I'm sure.
Listen to me.
When we've uncovered every last truth, how will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair? I honestly can't believe how all this has turned out.
Hey,
But before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule? When one student kills another, that means a class trial is held.
What's wrong?
I remember that for sure. So what?
hey,
I just want to confirm that is what you said, right? And it's a true statement. You don't have to be so suspicious. I've said it before, but it bears repeating. Everything is based on school regulations. And having a fair trial for Mukuro is no exception to that. Huh? Mukuro's trial is no exception? Then it's part of the regulations? Which would have to mean that whoever killed Mukuro... It's a very polarizing approach, I know. But okay, enough puns. Anyways, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game begins with 16 participants, all of them high school students, and the only people to take a sequel step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. What?
listen.
Are you telling the truth? Why'd he get so quiet all of a sudden? He's lying. He's not telling the truth.
Now I'm really angry!
I'm done talking. I ain't got nothing left to say to you. So get lost, would ya? Why so mad?
Whew.
He seems emotionally unstable.
Hey!
Leave me alone. Get out of here. Okay, I'm going. You're really gonna let me go? I don't even care anymore. You're all gonna get your punishment later anyways. I need to start getting it ready. A super duper extra special punishment overflowing with despair.
Hey,
Come on, Makoto, let's go. Okay. Yeah, let's just leave the bear laughing to their own devices. Monokuma's unstable laughter seemed to cling to us as we walked away. And just like that, we were out of the gym. I could hardly believe it, but somehow I ended up not getting executed. I still had my life, and we still had a chance. Overall, things turned out way better than expected. Once again, I was in Kyoko's debt. Kyoko, I owe you again, girl. Thank you for saving me. Kyoko, thank you. Everything I have right now is because of you.
However,
Don't thank me just yet. The real battle is still ahead of us. Yeah, true. But still, I'm glad it worked out. I wasn't sure if the enemy would accept my proposal. But honestly, why would the mastermind agree to that? And why has the mastermind not taken the key from you yet? And like, if they wanted to kill you, why are they so okay with you walking around? And like, in Monokuma's, when we walked into the gym, he was like, Kyoko, I'm okay with Kyoko, but Makoto, why are you suddenly okay with Kyoko? Is it because you killed me and now you're fine with it? You just needed to get it out of your system, I guess? But honestly, why would the mastermind agree to that? I mean, they don't stand to gain anything from a final showdown, do they?
so
They had no choice but to accept. Huh?
because
It's all because of that one moment that the mastermind let down their guard, like I said. So, when was it that the mastermind let down their guard? Or let their guard down? I wasn't there to hear it myself, but do you remember what the mastermind said? They said that they had hijacked the airwaves to broadcast our school life to the outside world, right? Yeah, they definitely said that.
Listen,
And what did you think when you heard that? Pretty hard to believe, right? Well, I mean, the idea of actually taking over airwaves seems so unbelievable.
indeed.
You don't exactly read about something like that happening very often, so it's hard to imagine. In other words, that kind of thing is extremely difficult to pull off.
However,
And yet somehow the mastermind was able to do it.
in other words,
But think of it another way. There must have been some reason they had to do something that difficult. A reason?
so
They had to show the world something, no matter the cost, us killing each other. They wanted to show the world.
it would seem
The mastermind had been very adamant about not killing us directly, but forcing us to kill each other. And all the rules and regulations were designed to encourage that. Yeah, that makes sense. If those stupid regulations didn't exist, nobody would have killed anybody.
in other words,
So the mastermind's ultimate goal was to make us kill each other and show that off to the world. But why?
correct.
To prove a point, most likely. Prove a point?
Hey,
The outside world has a name for the students of Hope's Peak, right? A certain concept. You're talking about hope, right?
that's right.
And for those of us who represent hope to kill each other and sink into despair, the mastermind wants the world to see that and try and prove that despair is better than hope. That's their goal as the ultimate despair. What? They want to prove that despair is better than hope? But that's ridiculous.
It's true.
You're right, it is ridiculous, completely irrational. It's the kind of thing that nobody but those who call themselves the ultimate despair would devise. That group whose only purpose and motive comes from despair. But is it really their only reason for making the rest of us suffer?
Makoto,
I know how angry it must make you, and yet, that same motivation is what led the mastermind revealing their weakness. What?
in other words,
Because their goal is to broadcast this killing game to the world. The mastermind has had to be more particular than is reasonable. Oh my god. Wait, so this is real. So the whole thing about this being broadcast to the world that I wasn't believing is actually happening. And so the reason that Kyoko is able to push so much is because it is that serious. It is that serious. It is that serious. That's crazy. I didn't believe it. I didn't believe it. Now this is what I get because I didn't believe it. Now, yeah, it's real, huh? Wow. And I just got executed in front of everybody. Everybody just saw me get fake executed and then fake come back, and now we're gonna do the ultimate showdown. That's crazy. I want to read the live comments. I wish I could see the live like Twitter feed of this. You know, I want to see what people are live tweeting. If that were true, are they deep faking the fucking pictures? Are they deep faking the pictures? Are they using AI to come up with these fake pictures of Mondo and Chihiro together? And Celeste with what was it? It was Celeste with Hifumi? That's like, what is that? They're not dead then, right? The mastermind has had to be more particular than is reasonable about their own regulations. If the mastermind simply ignored their rules, this wouldn't have been a game, but a one-sided slaughter.
at the very least,
At least that's how those who are watching this would have seen it. And that's why the mastermind couldn't kill any of us themselves.
indeed.
That is precisely the reason. No matter how much they may hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of their regulations. Junko broke the rules, so she was punished, but in my case, they couldn't lay a finger on me.
Right.
So instead, they tried to use the class trial, following all the proper rules to get me killed. They began a trial that didn't have a right answer. They made me out to be the killer. But even that didn't work.
It's true.
Yes, thanks to you. And due to that failure, the mastermind took yet another risk. They attempted to kill you instead, who also was not the killer. And when that fact was exposed on live TV to the entire world outside, the mastermind had to accept your suggestion.
Indeed.
To prove to the world that despair is better than hope, they had to defeat us in perfect form.
In other words,
It would only do the mastermind harm to have it shown that they'd violated their own regulations. But all of that was a hunch, right? And you were still able to get the mastermind to accept your challenge?
however,
Well, it's only thanks to you that we got the chance, because you believed in me. Another path opened up. Still, I can't believe how much of the mastermind's thoughts and plans you were able to figure out. I didn't have the slightest clue.
wrong.
In the end, though, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning. Essentially, I was making a bet. And she bet right. Honestly, whatever Kyoko bets on, I want all in. All in whatever she bets on.
Whew.
But it looks like I got it right. This time, at least, I won the bet. She let out a quick sigh. I took it as a small sign of relief. To be honest, I haven't been that nervous in a long time. I totally couldn't tell that you were nervous at all. You seemed totally confident from the moment we decided to go talk to him. Well, presenting a strong demeanor is a fundamental part of negotiation and persuasion, wouldn't you say? Plus, if I'd shown my uneasiness, that would have just made you all that much more uneasy. Yeah, you're probably right. How pathetic.
However,
Anyway, we can't just relax just yet. All we've done is earn another chance to fight. We have to win this time,
correct.
or everything we've gone through will have been for nothing. You're right. If we can't defeat the mastermind, it'll cost us our lives. There's no option except to win.
Hey,
But before we begin the final battle, we have to tell the others what's going on. True. But now we know who our real enemy is. All we have to do is work together with everyone to destroy the mastermind. Work together with everyone.
however,
Is that really possible? Because I have a feeling that there's like one or two people that might not be super helpful. You know? And one of those is Hero. Hero is not going to be helpful at all. I kind of want him out of here, actually. Can we use him as a sacrifice? Huh?
anyway,
Right now we have to go find the others.
shall we go?
They're probably in the dorm somewhere. Shall we go? Let's do it! They're having a little meeting? Or the camera's on? Or they could be in the cafeteria as well. Let me go to the cafeteria first, actually. Is anybody in here? Nobody's in here either. And suddenly we were greeted with, oh? Oh! You again. Is he broken?
Whew.
I suppose his emotional instability reached its limit. He's broken. Okay, yeah. Bye! Jeez, what the heck?
However,
I wonder what all that was about. I couldn't help but let out a sigh of relief. Ah!
Is that Makoto?
I'm excited for everybody but Hero! And maybe... Yeah, only Hina! Hello, Hina!
You guys!
There's
It
no
is
two ways about it. That's Makoto.
Hina!
You survived?
Jeez, you're like a stubborn little cockroach, you know that?
Oh, but you're glad I'm back, Miyaki, aren't you?
I'm
He's
just
so glad to
asking
have me
make
back.
Sure, but you're not a ghost, right?
No, I'm not a ghost. Everyone was there, all my friends who had struggled together and survived. As soon as I saw their faces, I couldn't help myself. I started to tear up.
What?
What's that smell? It's me! I smell like shit!
What the heck?
Yeah, man, that seriously stinks. It's Makoto. He smells like a wet dog. Get away! Shoo! Shoo! And in a flash, my tears dried up. Hey guys, I'm gonna talk to you guys from like over here. If it's okay, I'm gonna talk to you guys from over here. Okay, Hero, do you have anything to say?
Yo,
Makoto, what's it like hanging out in the spirit world? I didn't go to the spirit world.
you know?
Did you guys talk to her? Who? Miss Cleo. No, I didn't talk to her. I mean, I didn't go to the spirit world. I mean, who the fuck is Miss Cleo? Hi, Byakuya. I missed you so much. I still can't believe you survived. Yeah, me neither. Do you realize why it is you escaped execution? It was alter ego. He saved my life.
That's right.
Not too many people could say they had their lives saved by a computer program. I imagine it was a learning experience for you. Thanks. Hi, Hina. So how have you guys been doing while I was gone? Well, we figured that since the trial was over, we'd have access to a new place again. And? No dice. All the rooms that were locked before were still locked. So there weren't any new areas. Then where can we find new clues? Hello, Toko. You stink. Are you rotten?
I'm telling you.
Rotten physically, mentally, every way you can be rotten. Sorry, I was rolling around in garbage for a while. This smell is so smelly. Super smelly. You smell even worse than me. Way worse than me. I win. She seems happy for some reason. Hi, Kyoko.
Makoto.
There's no time to indulge in extended happy reunion. Sorry. We need to explain to everyone what happened with Monokuma.
Yes.
Explain? Explain what? But is it okay that you're here? What if the mastermind catches you?
It's true.
That's related to what I have to tell you all. I need to tell you all about the last class trial. Last class trial?
In other words.
We're going to redo Mukuro's trial.
Huh?
What? Seriously?
How about that?
What's the point of redoing it? Makoto killed her, right? No! No, I didn't do it, like I keep telling you.
Wrong.
Makoto isn't the killer, and of course it's not me or any of you. Then who is it?
I see.
What she's saying is it was all the work of the mastermind. What? You're saying the mastermind killed Mukuro?
That's right.
That's right. It was all an elaborate trap conceived by the mastermind. Makoto stopped the trap in time and did what he had to stop it.
However.
But his decision meant that he would be the one to die.
What did you say?
You spotted the trap? Did you, Makoto? You make it sound like it was easy. I just let you know.
However.
But executing Makoto, who wasn't the Blackened, is a clear violation of the school regulations. The rules state that only the Blackened is to be executed. The mastermind broke their own rules. Which is why I went and negotiated with them to have the trial one more time.
Huh?
And the mastermind agreed? Does that mean they really did break the rules? They had no choice but to agree. You used TV broadcast to gain the leverage you needed, didn't you?
Correct.
Very observant of you.
Naturally.
I recall what you said at the end of the class trial. When you said now it's the mastermind that's ensnared. That's what you were referring to.
Don't be mean.
Hey, I'm totally in the dark here. For anyone who doesn't understand, you can ask Kyoko to explain it again later. So knowing all this, what do we do now?
About that.
It's about who killed Mukuro, right? So our job is to expose the mastermind. But there's more to it than that, correct? Yeah. For us to win this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school. We should go to the biolab. Every last mystery?
But
We've been looking around all this time and we still don't know anything, right?
Anyway.
You've probably guessed already, but if we lose this time, everyone dies. Everyone?
I hate you.
Hey, why would you agree to those terms without asking the rest of us? I'm fine with things the way they are. I'm fine with living here forever with Master. I, meanwhile, want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible.
Anyway.
At this point, the only way for us to survive is to unravel the truth. In other words, one decisive final battle. A rather interesting development, I'd say. But figuring out who the mastermind is and how they killed Mukuro and all the school's mysteries is a pretty tall freaking order. Maybe, but this time the trial is different. We know who our enemy is now. So if we work together and search as hard as we can, I'm sure we'll solve all those mysteries. I'm not so sure about that. Kyoko, why? Huh? I can't agree with the idea of working together with everyone. Okay. Why? I can't agree with working with everyone. Why not? You can't agree? Why not? I mean, working together with everyone seems like the most obvious way to solve all the mysteries.
Indeed.
That's what I thought too, at first. Until Monokuma gave us that little hint of his. Hint? It's a very polarizing approach, I know. But okay, enough puns. Okay, anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students, and the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
I see.
Monokuma said that, did he? That Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable. Huh? But why?
So in other words...
If the mastermind really is the one who killed Mukuro, as Kyoko says, then the mastermind would have had to set foot in the school, right? Monokuma could probably murder Mukuro, but there's no way he could have disguised a scene like that.
In other words...
But according to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot in Hope's Peak are the 16 students who have been taking part in the killing game. Then the mastermind is... There were 15 of us. Wait, there were 15 of us in the main hall at the very beginning. And in Mukuro, you get 16. So the mastermind would have to be one of them?
That's right.
And of those 16 people we started out with, the only ones still alive are the people standing right here. Need I continue, or do you get it now? Wouldn't it be fucking insane if it was Hiro? But it can't be. But it could be. But it can't be. But it could be. But I want to say Hiro just because... What the fuck is Hiro still fucking doing here? I want to say Hiro because he's the only one that makes no sense fucking being here. Out of the most capable, I do think it's Byakuya and Toko. Oh, not Toko, and Kyoko. Most capable are Byakuya and Kyoko, yes. But do I think it was them? No. Just because they are the most capable doesn't mean that they did it. Now, Hiro pisses me the fuck off. He's really getting on my nerves recently, and I really don't like him being here. And he's been really, really lucky. He's been really lucky to get to this point. So I literally only think Hiro. I can only think Hiro or Byakuya, but there's no way it's this motherfucker. There's no way it's you. It can't be you. It can't be you. It's not you. I don't think it's you. My gut is telling me it's not him. You're saying the mastermind is one of us?
No way!
You can't be serious. Wait, we can't say for sure that's true yet. Monokuma might have just said all that to confuse us.
Indeed.
It certainly is a possibility, but only one among many. The mastermind being one of us is also a possibility. And the one possibility we can't ignore. Yeah, I mean, they're in ultimate, right? Ultimate despair, so they must be a high schooler. You can't say it's not possible. But if one of us was the mastermind, why did they have to be controlling Monokuma? They'd have to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right? But did you ever see anyone acting suspicious anytime Monokuma was active?
Well,
Maybe they just snuck off and controlled him in secret.
but
I don't care how sneaky you are, we would have noticed someone sneaking off that many times.
I'm right, right?
Then maybe Monokuma was on autopilot. Maybe they loaded up with dialogue and actions beforehand. That's what I assumed Kyoko did last class trial. In that case, there's no way he could have all those back and forth conversations with us. Well, it wouldn't be entirely impossible if they directed the flow of conversation. Well, maybe, but still. Is it officially nighttime?
This
Oh?
is a school announcement. You've all probably figured this out by now, but at this point, the killing game has now entered true ending mode.
Is this my true ending?
So, in the name of fairness, I will unlock every room in the school.
Whoa, okay, let's fucking go.
Look wherever you want. Solve the mystery in whatever way you see fit. Then we can all meet up at the class trial, okay?
How very him to unlock all the doors.
That's fine.
The time for talk is done. Now we need to begin our investigation. But I was planning on working alone from the beginning anyways. But Byakuya, but you want to work with me so bad. Don't you, Byakuya? You and me. You and me.
In the name of my family.
At this point, I can rely only on myself, on the Togami blood flowing through my veins. I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold your responsibility.
Goodbye.
Well then. After making his final statement, Byakuya left the dining hall. Master, he didn't take me with him.
Hey.
Do you blame him? Without Master, the rest of you are like coffee with the cream without good cream or coffee. You're totally useless. So bye. With that, Toko trudged out of the dining hall. And now she's gone. And you're gonna go off by yourself, right, Kyoko?
Indeed.
No! Kyoko, with me. Kyoko with me. Dude, if I get stuck with Yasuhiro, I'm gonna blow my brains out. Which just leaves Makoto, Hina, and me.
You know?
In that case, I'm gonna go by myself too. Okay.
Just a second.
Wait, how come?
How about that?
Just wait and see. I'm gonna use my totally awesome spirit power to figure out the mastermind's identity. Laughing loudly, Hiro left the dining hall. Everyone's really gone off by themselves. Hina, hold my hand. We can go together. What about you, Hina? I guess I'll do the same thing. No, guys, I don't want to be by myself.
But
I mean, it's not that I don't trust everyone, you know?
because
But up till now, I haven't really been all that useful. I just depended on Sakura and everyone else. You're not useless. If you hadn't been there, I would have died. Makoto. That's really nice of you to say. But still, I know I've mostly been totally useless.
okay.
So I figure at least here at the end, maybe I can find something that'll help us all get out of here. So I'm gonna go off and do it all on my own. Okay, see you later. Hina was in surprisingly high spirits as she dashed out of the dining hall. And once again, it's just us two.
Indeed.
Me and Kyoko! Hi, Kyoko. So you're gonna go off on your own too, right, Kyoko?
However,
Well, don't misunderstand. Just because we're going to do our search separately doesn't mean we can't still work together. Oh, yay!
so
That goes for all of us. I think I see what you mean. Doing our own investigation doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. I should just see us as splitting up to cover some more ground. Okay, team! Shaggy and Scooby are gonna go over there. Me and Daphne are gonna go over here. And then Velma's gonna go that way. And then we get back together and share what we found. Yeah, that's right!
so then,
Well, I'd better get going. I have an endless list of things I need to check.
correct.
Monokuma said that all the doors in the school had been unlocked, right? I'm gonna go to the second floor of the dorms. So we should be able to investigate every nook and cranny in the school. We can visit all the places we couldn't go before.
Makoto.
Oh, that was me. We can visit every place we couldn't go before. Makoto, no matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth. By any means necessary. With that, Kyoko was gone, leaving only me. I don't have time to waste either. I have to begin my search. I still can't believe the mastermind might be one of us. So that's what I have to prove. I'll prove that the mastermind isn't one of us. I'll expose the mastermind's true identity and solve the mystery of the school. And then we can all escape together. Investigate! I guess I'll start off by taking another look at Mukuro's Monokuma file. Due to an explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. The victim had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The blood was covered up with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. Once we find out who killed Mukuro Kusaba, then we'll know who the mastermind is. So, where should I start my investigation to figure out who killed her? I guess I should start with the rooms that were locked up until now. The headmaster's room, the biolab, and the door in the data center with Monokuma's face on it. Oh, and the second floor with the dorms, where the gate was down before. That should be open now, right? After that, I have to double check the areas that are connected to the murder, which means the garden and the dojo. Okay, time to get started. Places to check. I have a whole list of places to check. There's a whole lot of places to check, apparently. I'm just gonna go area by area, floor by floor. So we're gonna start off in the dorm rooms. Let's go to the second floor! Oh my god, I'm excited. Oh, it's kind of scary up there, actually. The gate's open. We can finally check out the second floor of the dorms, which means I have to do it. I'm doing it. Whoa. this is the second floor of the dorms? It looks like some ancient ruins. Or no. Oh, there's old blood up here too. It's more like a battlefield, like a bomb blew up in here or something. I don't quite like this actually. This is giving me Mass Effect, not Mass Effect. This is giving me Half-Life 1 vibes, you know? Unforeseen consequences vibes. Oh, that's one of the doors I can go into. Is that the only room I can go into? You know what? Let me go into this room first. Oh, this is one of the old dorm rooms. Okay, everything's destroyed. It's a lot of old blood. The bed is completely torn apart. I mean, it's not even really a bed anymore. It's just garbage. A lot of coins that I never ended up using. Like, I barely bought anything and barely gave anybody gifts. Into the bathroom. I opened the door just a crack, glanced inside, and immediately closed it again. There wasn't even a hint of a bathroom, just a big pile of rubble. Okay, is that it? Okay, just one destroyed bedroom. Oh, there's more. Oh, kind of creepy. I don't really like this, actually. I'm not a big fan of this. This is a girl's bathroom. Even in a place like this, I can't bring myself to go in. What? All right, okay, Makoto. You know what? I'm not gonna say anything. Oh, boys' bathroom. Very clean, actually. Very nice. Absolutely nothing to look at in here, though. Because, oh, scared. Okay, what's this? Okay, the locker room. This room is filled with lockers. It must have been for the Hope's Peak students who came before us. The class before ours must have used these lockers. Okay. It looks like this locker is already broken. Okay, can we look inside of it? There's a metal plate mounted on the locker. I really want to know what's inside, but there's no way. I can't imagine any way to get this locker open. I'm not even gonna bother trying. That one's like perfectly fine. I wonder if I can open this locker. Nope. No. There's a card reader installed on the door. That must be how you get the locker open. After all, it's pretty similar to the card readers for the locker rooms on the second floor of the school. All you have to do is use your e-handbook to open those. So does that mean, well, let's give it a try. I took out my handbook and ran it across the card reader, and then, oh, it worked! Oh, never mind, no luck. Maybe only the locker's owner can open it, which means none of us can do it. Can we find their old e-handbooks, maybe? I can open any of these lockers. Maybe I will be able to get a card reader later? Okay, this is the only other room we can go into. This looks like a fancy door. For a fancy room! This room doesn't really feel like a student's room. It has a more adult atmosphere.
Correct.
Oh, hi, Kyoko. This is the headmaster's private room. Kyoko!
Indeed.
I've been through this room several times already, but I still have one little regret. So I decided to check it out one more time. Huh? A regret? A regret? Can I touch the room first? Computer. There's a PC on the desk. It must have belonged to the headmaster.
It would seem...
Whoever used this last, it looks like they were very interested in the ultimate despair. The PC still has some search results left on it. Then we might be able to get some info on the ultimate despair.
However...
There's not much though. Nothing we don't already know.
In other words...
The ultimate despair is not one individual, but instead points to some kind of group. The group is responsible for the tragedy which happened 1 year ago. They're the worst sorts of people whose driving force comes from despair.
However...
And that's all there is. Not much to it, is there? But I guess that's the best he could do as a complete Kirigiri failure. Talking mad shit on your dad. Shit. But any information about the mastermind is helpful, right? I appreciate whatever info we can get our hands on.
Correct.
I see. That's a good outlook to have. I don't like that picture. Kyoko looks almost meek right now. She must be thinking about something. I probably shouldn't bother her. Okay. Sorry. Huh? There's a strange gap in the wall. Is it some kind of design mistake or a construction defect or something? Or a secret room? Obviously it's a secret room. There's a gap here, but not just any normal gap. I can feel a breeze coming out. A breeze?
Indeed.
There's likely an open space on the other side of this wall. Open space? Does that mean... You mean like a hidden room? I think I might know how to open it. How do you open it? You know how to open it? Did you figure out some kind of trick or something?
Indeed.
A very easy trick. Yes, so easy. I'm not sure you can even call it a trick. I saw a program on a PC that I think controls it. Enter the right password and the door should open right up.
However,
But I don't have a clue what the password might be. All we know is it's probably made of letters and or numbers. We can't really go from there. You're right. That's not nearly enough to go on.
it's true.
I looked through all his paperwork, all the files on the PC, everything I could think of. I learned more about him than I had any desire to, but nothing that might have been his password. When I think of how much time I wasted on this, jeez. So there's a hidden room she couldn't get into. That's what she meant by regret. I think we can assume that there must be some kind of clue waiting in there. If Sakura was still alive, she could just break this open. But maybe for her, there was more to it than that. Anyway, if we want to get in there, we need to figure out the password. And if Kyoko can figure it out, no way do I stand a chance. No, wait, there might be a chance. The password could be something Kyoko wouldn't have thought of, or something she didn't want to think of. For example, what about your name?
What?
Huh? Oh, sorry, I was just trying to think of what the password might be. I'm sure she hasn't tried it. I mean, it's totally understandable. After the way she talked about her dad, the idea that he would use her name as his password, knowing how she is, I bet the idea never even occurred to her. Do you mind if I try it just to be sure?
Well,
It's not like you need my permission. If you want to, try it. Do whatever you want. Oh, okay. There's absolutely no way it works, but that would be insane. Okay, it's gonna work, probably, maybe. There's chances of it working are like 30% right now. But I feel like if that were to work, that would be such a fucking, slap in the face to Kyoko. You know, I'm glad I thought of trying Kyoko's name, but if that's not it, that might just hurt Kyoko even more.
hey,
If you're worried about me, Makoto, don't be. I already know that your guess is wrong. Okay, in that case, here goes nothing. I hope it's wrong. I collected myself and then turned to face... I want to be right because I want to go in, but I hope it's wrong that's not Kyoko's, name. I collected myself, then turned to face the computer monitor. Let me see. Type the password here. I typed in her full name, Kyoko Kirigiri. My hands were tense, slightly trembling, as I finished typing it in. No fucking way it worked. That's fucking so... Fuck you. What? That did it? Kyoko, it worked.
why?
Kyoko? He regrets abandoning his daughter. Without looking at me, she disappeared into the hidden room. She looked grim. Yeah, we're gonna come to the end and then the dad's gonna be like, I've always regretted, well, actually, no, because why would she want a dad that's a part of the ultimate despair? Kyoko. Let's go in, let's go in, let's go in. I want to see what's inside. Oh. That's a picture of... That's literally a picture of her dad and her when she was fucking little. What the fuck is this? Hey, Kyoko? I may as well not even have been in the room. Her gaze was fixed on only one thing. A present? Don't open it. Wrapped and covered with such joy. That's what made it so unusual. I don't know about that. I want to look at this first. I better check out the suspicious present before I do anything. Fuck. Okay. There's a brightly colored box here. It seems totally out of place here. The more I look at it, the more suspicious I get. Should we open it? I'm getting kind of bad vibes from it. But I mean, we can't not open it. Oh, okay. Can we, get everything out of the room first and then, open it, with a stick or something? Be careful, Makoto. Why? Do you think it's dangerous? No, not dangerous, but surprising, probably. Huh?
It would seem...
If it is what I think it is. The mask? A monokuma doll? The key to the front door? At the very least, it's not something you'll be happy to see. Wait, so you know what's in there?
Anyway...
Just don't scream or anything, right? Is it a head? Are you saying it's something that'll make me want to scream? Okay, I'm just gonna open it. Step by heavy step, I approached the box. I took a deep breath, then took hold of the lid. Slowly, ever so slowly, I lifted it up. Light began to sneak its way into the box. Guys, I'm nervous. I stole a hesitant glance inside and... Oh, I screamed! Kyoko's advice was no use. I let out a trembling cry. It's bones! It's bones! It's a skull! It's her mom! It's her mom! What was in the box? It was bones, human bones. It was the last thing I expected to find in such a bright, joyful box. I mean, who could have possibly imagined?
I see.
Just as I thought. What? Is it your mom or is it your dad? What was in the box? It was wrapped up all nice, so I never would have guessed what was inside. Human bones, okay? Tell me about it. Just as you thought? How could you have ever known that? I mean, there were bones in there. Human bones! Well, it's not that I was thinking of the bones specifically. I just had a feeling it would be his... Oh, her dad is dead! It's just his body? I just had a feeling it would be his body. That's pretty much the same thing! A dead guy's in a box! My father. Huh? What about him?
Correct.
What you found in the box? Those bones? That body? That's my father. I thought that was your mom. I thought your dad was still alive. So what's the freaking point of all of this? Or at least what's left of him. Are you serious? This is Kyoko's dad? The same man that's been she's been searching for? Hold on. How can you know that for sure? How do you know that's him?
So...
Given all the information we have already, that's the only possible answer. So that same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all of this. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in the school right now. You know, and he has a cracked skull, so he could have possibly been the headmaster that was in the school the first time, and then he just killed himself, and then they just kept his bone and put it in a nice little box. That's a very polarizing approach, I know. Okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's the hint. I'm sure I told you all this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants. All of them high school students. And at the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. Alter Ego said that the headmaster was probably here in the school, but the only ones who were still alive at the start of the killing game were us 16 students. When you put those two ideas together, it doesn't take much to assume
In other words...
that most likely my father was in the school, but he was also dead. That's my assumption anyways. As Kyoko explained her analysis, she was completely calm. Or no, she wasn't calm. She was only trying to seem calm. She said it was just as she thought, so she knew it was a possibility, but I have to believe that at some point she wanted it to be proven wrong, which is why she never looked in the box herself, even though she had plenty of chances. I know Kyoko said she wanted to see her father so she could cut off all ties, but was that all there was to it? I gave up some of that pride. In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. Would she really give up her pride just for that? I couldn't help but wonder. What about the picture over here? Huh? This picture? It's all faded. It must be pretty old. Wait, is that a picture of... Hey, Kyoko!
Why would you...
Well, this is annoying. I came here to cut myself free of the past. And yet... to now find something like this? So what do you expect me to do now? Then, I was right. It's a picture of Kyoko when she was a little girl. Knowing the headmaster had this picture all this time, he must really cared about her.
Why?
Why? What? I wanted to face him and tell him myself, to cut him out of my life for abandoning me. That's the whole reason I came here, and now he's abandoned me again. And this time, he even stole the only opportunity I had to move on. Has there ever been a worse father? Kyoko. What's in the desk? The headmaster's desk. It's probably hiding some kind of clue, so I really want to check it out, but I really don't want to touch Kyoko's dad's desk without her permission.
Hey,
Don't worry about me. Feel free to look around as much as you like. Are you sure?
because...
Never let anything get in the way of investigation. I don't. Okay then, if you don't mind. Starting from the top, I opened all the desk drawers and looked inside. I rummaged through each one, finding nothing but unrelated documents. But in the last drawer... Huh? It's an e-handbook, right? And it's labeled... And it has a label on it that says, in case of emergency. I found some kind of emergency handbook in the headmaster's desk.
In other words...
A handbook with no limitations given to the school's ultimate authority, the headmaster. I'm assuming that's what that is. I think you're probably
it would
right.
seem...
It might prove useful as we continue our investigation. Why don't you hold on to it? Huh? But Kyoko. I don't need it. If you don't want it, go ahead and leave it here. Then I guess I'll take it. Is it really okay? I got the e-handbook. That means I can go back to the lockers and open the lockers.
Hey.
Listen, Makoto. Huh? Can I ask you a favor? Yes, queen! A favor? What is it?
So...
I know it's completely unreasonable to ask you this, and I know it'll only inconvenience you that much more, but...
Hey.
Could you leave? Yes, ma'am. Huh?
Correct.
Just for a little while. I'd like to be alone for a bit. Kyoko, don't worry, I'm fine. I just need to calm down a little. I need
Just a
to
second.
get my emotions in order. You know, Kyoko, you told me before about the relationship you had with your dad. How you're only connected by blood, not by heart and soul. But maybe that picture motivated him. Maybe he hoped to see me again someday. Is that what you were going to say? If so, it's just a theory. And this isn't an issue that can be settled with theories. That picture doesn't change the facts of what happened, what I went through. That problem can't be solved so easily. You're right, I'm sorry.
Anyway...
Once I've got myself under control, I'll return to the investigation immediately. So please, just give me some time to myself. Okay, I understand. Then, I'll see you later. Kyoko! Is she really okay? Kyoko, it must have been a complete shock to her. I mean, it was a shock to me. To find out what happened to the headmaster? There's no doubt the mastermind performed that evil deed. They killed the headmaster, killed Kyoko's father. They killed him. The headmaster is dead. The one leading the Hope's Peak staff, the one who finalized the plan to isolate you, was Hope's Peak headmaster. So that same person may very well be the mastermind who planned this all out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in the school right now. But we were wrong about that. The headmaster wasn't the mastermind, which means the mastermind's true identity is... It's a very polarizing approach, I know. But okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students, and the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. 15 of us met in the male hall. Add Muguro to the mix and you get 16. And including me, only 6 of us are still alive. Everyone else is dead. Even Mukuro. Even she's undeniably dead. So the ones still alive are... me. Byakuya. Hiro. Toko. Hina. And Kyoko. Only those 6 people are still alive. Then there's no question. Wait, no, that can't be. I refuse to believe it. There has to be some other way. There just has to be. Are they the mastermind or are they not? I don't think they are. Okay. Are they or are they not? I'm like 30-70. 30% they're the mastermind, 70% they're not the mastermind. That's where I'm feeling right now. I'm like, there's a small chance that one of them is the mastermind. And that small chance is probably Hiro. But I don't freaking know. I want to go back to the locker rooms and see if I can open these lockers now that I have the e-handbook. Okay, let's go left to right. Or right to left, apparently. I took the emergency handbook and ran that across the card reader and... All right, just what I was hoping for. Now let's see what we've got inside. I don't see anything that might be a clue. Okay, what about next? I don't see anything. Fuck, okay. Next. Oh, nothing that could be a clue. Next. What we got inside? Oh, there's something inside. This thing is practically empty. What that? There's just one thing, some kind of pocketbook. I don't see a name written on it, so I can't say for sure whose it is. But there's some writing inside it. It could be important. I don't like violating the owner's privacy, but I don't like violating the owner's privacy. Dude, they're fucking dead. But I'd better take a look. It looks like it's a girl's handwriting. And all the letters are spaced out evenly, like whoever wrote them was measuring them. Whoever wrote this must have been really meticulous. Or it's a code. Huh? I was flipping through the pocketbook, but my hand froze when I got to a certain page. I saw something familiar written there, words I'd heard before. What is it? There's a plan to turn Hope's Peak into a shelter and isolate the students here in a communal life. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. It just so happens to be the headmaster and my father. Kyoko, do you have a sister? Or is this you? He was willing to give me some more details regarding the plan. Here's what he said. The point is to keep our student prodigies safe, to keep them as our hope for the future. Only their genius can overcome disaster, and only their hope can overcome despair. For the future of our country, our world, it's not an exaggeration to call this our final hope. We must isolate our superior youth from the corrupted world to serve as our foundation for a new era. This is the only hope we have. I hope that you'll be willing to go along with this plan. So that's what my father had to say to me. As usual, he made a selfish decision without consulting anyone else. I can't imagine a worse father. This can't be true, can it? But I knew it was, and I knew exactly who the pocketbook belonged to. Kyoko, it couldn't be anyone else. But if this belonged to Kyoko, what was it doing in this locker? And if what she wrote here completely contradicts what she already told me. She said that she hasn't seen her father since he left when she was little. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plot directly. It just so happens to be the headmaster and my father. What does this all mean? I quickly scanned the remaining pages of the notebook. I must have been looking for something that would prove me wrong about this whole thing. But when I reached the last page, the question mark spinning through my mind just started spinning that much faster. When I looked at it, unlike the rest of the pocketbook, the writing here was messy, disorganized, scrawled. Despair walks among— No! It wasn't fast enough! Despair walks among us, and then what was the other half? Does Kyoko just not remember anything? Like, is her amnesia that bad that she doesn't remember anything and she only remembers her being abandoned by her father? Did she lie to me? Does she have a sister? Like, maybe that wasn't Kyoko. That was Kyoko's twin sister, and her father only kept one of the sisters. And she was abandoned to her grandparents, and so her dad actually just kept the favorite of the two and then raised her, and then that's her notebook. Another Kirigiri failure. What is this? What does it mean? I have no idea. How could this possibly make sense? Okay. Despair walks among us, and so we survive. There's a second despair. Can I go back to Kyoko and ask her about it? Can I open the rest of the lockers? Oh, there's more stuff in here. Oh. This locker is totally disorganized. Whoever it belongs to probably has organization problem in every part of their life. You know who this crystal ball reminds me of? Hero. Crystal ball. This is a crystal ball. Huh? A crystal ball? No, it can't be. There's no way he ever used this locker. Just not possible. Okay. There's all kinds of textbooks and notebooks stacked up in no particular order, and dust everywhere. I have to assume whoever's stuff this is didn't do a lot of studying. Not that I can really talk. Trying to act as casual and natural as possible, I picked up one of the notebooks I saw, but the moment I looked inside the notebook, any sense of easiness may have had evaporated. It is Yasuhiro's! What? There was no denying what I saw, because Yasuhiro has repeated years. Isn't he like 20-something years old? Didn't he like repeat like 2 or 3 years? There's no denying what I saw. Inside the notebook was written Yasuhiro Hakagure. Is this our Yasuhiro? The notebook also contained a large number of notes for a variety of different classes, which would mean he attended class here? No, that can't be possible. I mean, Hiro came to the school at the same time as the rest of us, and we were all stuck into this evil world. We never had the chance to take any classes. So what is this notebook? Locker notebook. I might have been right about Hiro, but the more I see it, the less sense it makes. Because these lockers, I mean, they had to belong to the previous students, right? So why am I seeing this? Why are there things in the lockers that look like they belong to people here? A notebook that seems like it belonged to Hiro, and a pocketbook that seems like it belonged to Kyoko? There has to be some kind of explanation, but if I want to find that out, I have to keep moving the investigation forward, and I have to believe in everyone. Okay. Hi, Hina.
Hey, Makoto.
Oh, Makoto, you're here to look around too? Is that what you're doing here? Yeah, I can't help but wonder about that Monokuma door.
Yeah.
So I figured, if all the doors in the school had been unlocked, that one should be open too, right?
But
Although, I couldn't bring myself to open it. Because it might explode, right? That'd really suck. So you open it. I'm sure she didn't mean it, but she made it sound like it was okay with she was okay with me getting blown up. Oh, I think there's gonna be a lot of Monokuma robots in this store. I think this is the Monokuma robot, like they're all gonna be lined up. Okay, so I guess I'll open it. Wait, let me take cover first. I don't want to get exploded. Hina raced over to a nearby desk and hid underneath it. Okay, go ahead. Everything will be okay, right? All right, here goes nothing. I threw all my weight into it, but the door opened much easier than I expected. Oh? Oh! Oh! What? There was no explosion, thankfully. My first impression was...
Huh?
Whoa, this place is totally sci-fi! Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was kind of thinking the same thing. Whoa, there's so many things to look at! Oh, there's not that many things to look at, actually.
What the heck?
I mean, every part of the school leaves a bad taste in my mouth, but
Just a second.
this place is like #1 gross. It's a whole different league of creepy. Okay, there's a hatch on the floor. There's some kind of a hatch on the floor, but right now I'm more concerned about that weird device. What is this device? It looks like some kind of control panel. It's really over the top though, like some kind of military installation or something. Yeah, it looks kind of like a mech cockpit, right? Hifumi'd probably freak out if he saw it. Cockpit? So the Monokuma room has a control panel that looks like some kind of cockpit. So this is where you pilot Monokuma, basically. Then could that mean...
Okay.
Oh, all right, let's start poking at it or whatever. I'm gonna start pushing buttons. Hold on, you can't just or whatever something like this. But it was too late. Hina was already jabbing at the control panel. Huh? Did you hear that? Yeah, I think it came from the other room. Hina, what did you push? I'm not totally sure, but I think it was that one. The button that says Data Center. Data Center? I took a good look at the control panel, and I saw a bunch of buttons, each with the name of a room next to it. And just like Hina said, there was one labeled Data Center. That must be the one she pushed. But the Data Center, that's right next door. The room we were just in. That's where the strange noise came from. I'd probably better go check it out.
Yeah.
Yes, please. I'm kind of scared out of my mind right now, so I'll just cheer you on from over here. Okay, let's go check it. It's gonna be Monokuma spawned. It's just gonna be Monokuma robot just standing there T-posing. Not T-posing, just not doing or saying anything. Did I just hear what I think I heard? There it is. ... Is that Monokuma? He ain't doing nothing. Hey! It's fucking Hina. Give me your donuts! Is that you, Hina? Well, what? Aw, damn busted, how'd you know?
Say what?
Anyways, what is this? Some kind of remote control camera kind of setup? You don't even know what you're controlling?
Hello.
Well, I mean, I can't really see anything from here.
Found it.
I guess what I found, a self-destruct button. Don't press it, Hina. Whatever you do, don't push it.
Too bad.
Aw, man. Were you seriously gonna push it? Anyway, I guess that settles it. The room with the monokuma drawing on it and the control panel inside. Yep, that settles it, Hina. Come on out. It's monokuma. Whoa, hey Makoto, what the heck was that just now? Monokuma. Huh? What do you mean? What you were controlling just now, it was Monokuma.
Huh?
Monokuma? What? For real? Yep, it looks like that panel definitely controls Monokuma, which means the mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. So the mastermind was in the room right next to us when we were in here in the data center. Yeah, they were definitely in here. Oh, the mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room, and this control room is totally separate from the data center area with all the monitors. In other words,
Hey,
maybe the mastermind can't monitor us and control Monokuma at the same time. Kyoko's theory was right. But if the mastermind's been controlling Monokuma from here, that means they've been inside the school this whole time, right? I guess that would have to be true. But if that is true, it's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyways, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but we've seen this flashback like 7 fucking times. This is worse than One Piece. This killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students, and the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. Then the mastermind Monokuma's puppeteer really is the 16th student. No, it can't be. There's no way, right? They keep saying there's no way, but they keep showing me evidence that's like the mastermind is the 16th student. The mastermind is the 16th student. The mastermind is the 16th student. And then Makoto is like, there's no way, right? There's no way. There's no way. It's the 16th student. So now I don't know what to fucking think. What's wrong, Makoto? I don't like that face you're making. Oh no, it's nothing. Oh, okay. What about you? Is everything okay? Oh, well, it's just... This is where the mastermind's been hiding, right? Who knows if they set up traps or something. I can't say it isn't possible, but I really hope it's not true. So, like, you want to leave soon? There's still lots of other places to check out. Yeah, good point. We can't waste all our time standing around here. Okay, you want to get going? Yeah. Okay, let's get going. Is Monokuma still going to be here? Oh, nope. Oh, click. As soon as the door to the data center was closed, I heard a strange sound. What was that? The door just locked on its own. Okay, so the mastermind is definitely hiding in that little trap door, and they were just waiting for us to leave so they could just press the button and lock out the door behind them and then just climb out of that trap door and go back to beep, 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 beep. What? My hand shot to grab the doorknob. You're right, it's locked, but why? Of course it's locked because the data center is now restricted. Monokuma?
Just a second.
Hey, no fair. You can't just go around restricting whatever you feel like.
Hey,
If it's for your benefit, because if that room stays open, I won't be able to move around. Imagine how depressed everyone would get if the school mascot just up and stopped moving. Then that room.
Yep.
As you may have guessed, that's where my controls are. So right now you're being operated by someone in that room.
yes indeed.
Correct, Mundo.
You're a liar.
But that doesn't make any sense. We were just in there, and we didn't see anyone. Oh, you didn't, did you? Are you sure you were as thorough as you could have been? The trapdoor. Did you happen to check a certain suspicious hatch? No way. The hatch on the floor? I can't believe. Is that my bad? Is that my bad? Should I have touched it? I didn't touch it after Hina said that we should have left. So that might have been my bad. Too bad. That was your one big chance and you blew it.
Too bad.
Of course the hatch can't be opened from the outside anyway, so whatever. Oh, never mind. It wouldn't have mattered anyways. Now then, this room is officially restricted, so no more investigating. I'll be relying on you guys to tell the others. Peace. He's gone, but
So,
was he telling the truth? The mastermind was hiding in there? In fact, if you think back to when we got locked out of the control room, that proves it for sure.
Huh?
Then when he said we should leave, well, that hatch couldn't be opened from the outside anyway, right? So it's not our fault.
Sorry.
Oh, okay. Anyways, we don't have to let it get to us. We have to stay positive and make the most out of the time we have left. You're right. If there's one thing I'm good at, it's keeping my body moving.
Okay.
I'm gonna go run around and tell everyone what we found here. Nice, you got me all motivated again.
You got it.
Okay, I'm out. See you later. Hina took off in a full sprint, and I have to do what I can too. That's the only way forward. Okay, let's go to the headmaster's room. Hello, Byakuya. This is the headmaster's room. I've heard an awful lot about it, but this is the first time I'm seeing it for myself. Oh, Makoto, it's you. Oh, Byakuya. Hi. Do I talk to you first? I'll talk to you first. Hi. Well, you came to the right place this time. Would you like to see something interesting? Oh, yes, please, show me. What do you mean, something interesting? Take a look at this. Class number 78, student roster. That's where Mukuro Ikusaba was. It was on top of that pathetically ostentatious desk. Class number 78. Oh, wait, class number 78, student registry. It contains profile for all of us and Mukuro. Oh, that's our class is number 78.
So in other words...
Apparently, class 78 refers to us. Wait, when we found Mukuro's profile in Kyoko's room.
I see.
That's right, it also mentioned class 78. This must be where Kyoko got that page. And since the rest of our profiles are listed in here along with hers,
In other words...
there can be no doubt Mukuro was a student here at Hope's Peak Academy, just like the rest of us. Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student. That must be how Kyoko learned about it. It seems that Kyoko was in a hurry. Huh? What do you mean? I'm talking about when she stole it. The uneven tearing. By the way the paper had been crumpled, she must have been in a hurry. Well, since she snuck in to get it, I'm sure she wanted to get out as fast as possible. But what's your point? She was in so much of a hurry that she only got the first page. The first page? Correct. Mukuro's profile actually contains 2 pages. What?
So in
other words, when it comes to this profile, there was more information about Mukuro that we still didn't have. Oh! What kind of information is it? Why don't you ask me to explain every little thing? You can read, can't you? It seems that some sort of detailed report put together by the headmaster himself. I don't know what kind of man he was, but I'm glad he left us such an interesting clue. I was half listening to Byakuya as I skimmed through the report. Mukuro reappeared suddenly, and in the background an entity floats. Mukuro reappeared suddenly, and in the background an entity floats, close but just out of reach. The entity is known... That's why Mukuro is the ultimate despair, the entity known as the ultimate despair. Right now, I can't be sure if this is a single person or some kind of group. Whatever it is, Mukuro definitely has some sort of connection to it. I have a bad feeling about all this. I need to push forward with my research into the ultimate despair. I need to pay attention to Mukuro's behavior too. This is just my gut feeling, but I think she's dangerous, despite the countless battles she must have gone through as a member of Fenrir. When she entered Hope's Peak, she didn't display any signs of battle wounds or scars. That fact alone proves her tremendous skill in battle. Naturally, I want to believe in her. She's one of my students after all. But if I decide she's a danger to the other students, I will be forced to take all reasonable measures. Mukuro was part of the ultimate despair. I don't think there can be any doubt about it now. But wouldn't that mean Mukuro and the mastermind were allies? So why? Why would they kill Mukuro? Plus, even if the headmaster seemed to be afraid of what Mukuro was capable of, they wouldn't have been able to take her completely by surprise to kill her like that. Or maybe it seems the mastermind is even stronger than Mukuro was.
What?
What's wrong, Makoto? Huh?
That's fine.
You seem to be lost in thought, but I should probably point out one other thing. There's another important bit of information within the file that you should note. What is it? Did you notice the picture in there? A picture of a girl perhaps you've never seen before? A girl who seems to be included as part of our class, number 78. We finally know what Mukuro looks like! That should be enough for you to figure out who the girl is. Any further information about that girl is included in the file. 5 foot 7 inches, 97 pounds, and it even lists her vitals, 31, 22, 32. Well, what do you think? What do I think? Are you asking me like if she has a nice body?
Stop talking.
You hopeless idiot. What I'm trying to tell you is maybe you want to keep that in mind for later. Maybe you'll make your way back to the corpse and maybe you'll think, Oh, could that mean? Wait, is he trying to say there's a chance the body isn't Mukuro? Is that what he's saying? Wait, that's true! Personally, what I'm thinking seems all but impossible, but it wouldn't hurt to confirm, right?
It's all clear now.
That's all I was trying to say. What you do with that information is your business. So I'm back to being Byakuya's errand boy. Oh, and one last thing. It's a bit of advice from me to you, so I suggest you pay attention. Advice from Byakuya? Advice for me? You seem to be getting along with Kyoko quite well. It's not that we're getting along, she's just done a lot to help me. Well, don't put too much faith in her. Huh?
In other words,
The cost of that fate might be more than you can afford. What are you saying? Just what I think. Call it a hunch. A hunch? But my hunches tend to be proven right. The advice is free this time. Take it or don't, as you will. I'll keep it in mind. Thanks. Is this the time where I'm supposed to flop? Is this where I'm supposed to jump ship and join the Byakuya boat right now? Is this where I'm supposed to be like, okay, I'm done with Kyoko. Kyoko's obviously lying to me. There's something going on with Kyoko that I don't know about. And then this is where I jump ship and I'm Team Byakuya now. Is this what's supposed to happen? Why did he give me that warning? Okay, let's see what we can touch in here. We touch a lot of stuff in here. Let's go over here first. There are trophies and even a shield in the display case. Okay. There are documents scattered all over the floor. Somehow it makes me feel anxious. Class 78 student registry. Apparently that's us. It has profiles of me and everyone I met at the beginning and Mukuro. We should go back and look at the class roster like 77, 76, and 75 to see if we see Hiro in it. Because if Hiro has a locker, that means he should have been here before the tragedy happened and or the year that the tragedy took place. He probably wasn't involved in the same class that happened too, but he was probably involved in the school as it was happening. Right? Probably? Or before that? We gotta ask Hiro what the fuck is shit is in this locker. Just like us, Mukuro was apparently a new student here at Hope's Peak. Mukuro Ikusawa, part of the Ultimate Despair, which means her and the Mastermind should have been allies. But then, why would the Mastermind kill her? Weren't they friends? Well, obviously not. I think the Mastermind was actually a good guy. Now that I'm thinking about it, the Mastermind was killed. I think the Mastermind was a good guy. Even in the Headmaster's room, there's a surveillance camera. There is. The bookshelf seems really well made and is filled with files and thick books. Okay, is that it? And then say, can I talk to Byakuya one more time? Oh, there's a TV in here as well. Even in the Headmaster's rooms, there's a monitor. Okay, Byakuya. Hey, Byakuya.
I don't have time to play with you.
I don't have time to waste on you right now. If you absolutely must talk, go do it at someone else. God, he's so blunt. It just makes you feel hopeless. I want to go into the biolab first. I'm curious about this one. What's in here? Whoa, it's cold in here. It's real cold. Well, here I am in the biolab. It's so cold. It's like abnormally cold. I feel like it's in a giant refrigerator. Seriously, why is it so cold? What can I click on? Here's a TV that's frozen and a camera that's frozen. There are icicles hanging from the monitor. I'm surprised the surveillance camera can work with how cold it is in here. There's a stack of tarps here. I've been seeing a lot of those things lately. That's true, but the only other tarps we've seen were blue, and these are gray. What else we got? I don't know, like this wall. It looks like a morgue. Is some kind of weird machine or something built into the wall? And the one on the left, there's a bunch of glowing blue lights. But on the other side... It could be a morgue. How many people are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How many people have died so far? Let's see. This is Sayaka, and this is Chihiro, and here's Mondo, and this one is Sakura, and then this... Okay, what's this last one? Oh, so cold. Why is it cold in here? This is the first thing I need to figure out. That's the first thing I need to figure out? Is it? There's nothing else I need to click on. There's nothing else I can click on. Oh, here's the ones that are turned off, and I can click on these. There's some kind of weird machine or something built into the wall. I've seen something like this before. Ah, that's it. I've seen this kind of... Wait, I was right. I've seen this kind of thing in the horror movies and stuff. It's a fridge. We're storing dead bodies. I was right. Does that mean the biolab is actually a morgue? I should probably take a closer look around. 10 students have died. Is this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? So there's one missing, which would be Mukuro Ikusaba. Oh, there's some kind of booklet here. It looks like an instruction manual. We offer an eco-friendly alternative to standard dry ice for all your cadaver needs. Simply insert the cadaver and the blue light will let you know the automated systems have activated. Temperature and humidity levels will be adjusted automatically for optimum settings. With our system, anyone can keep a body fresh as a daisy for as long as you need. In the unlikely event of a problem, the red light will activate and an alarm will sound immediately. The exterior is a stainless steel and we offer an optional leather upholstery upgrade package. This is the instruction manual for the fridge? Well, looking around, I think I get it. It seems clear to me now. This is some kind of makeshift morgue. Well, can I open it? And about those lights by each slot. It looks like it's set up so that when the slot is occupied, the blue light comes on, which would mean inside each slot, lit up in blue, another one of the victim is. Uh-oh. I can't let my emotions take control right now. There's only one thing I can do for everyone who's died, and that's defeat the mastermind. And to do that, I have to continue my investigation. I don't have any other option. I want to open the fridges. I want to see the dead bodies. We have to confirm this. Did you learn nothing from Kyoko, Makoto? Come on. We've been working with Kyoko and Byakuya side by side, and we've learned nothing. Guard and last. These are the last two things I have to check out. Is the body still here? The body's gone! Huh. It's gone. The plant could have eaten it, though. Mukuro's body. It's not here? The plant ate it! I know you did! The monokuma flower. Is it true? Does it really eat paper, plastic, and people? Well, I don't think it's related to the case, so I'd better keep my distance. I don't know. I think it's related to the case, actually. What do I fucking do? Maybe the body's inside the tool shed. I better check just to be sure. I didn't find anything even close to a dead body. But if it's not here either, then it must be... Could it be in the biolab? But corpses aren't the only thing I need to check in here. There's one other thing. That tarp. A tarp played a key role in another case, so I'd better look into it. The killer used the tarp to keep the sprinklers from getting the body wet, which means the killer might have left some clue behind here. Huh. Oh, it does say biolab. I didn't know this before, but there's a small stamp on the corner of the tarp. It says biolab. Yeah, because the ones in the biolab are the only white ones, and then everywhere else or the blue tarps. Then this originally came from the biolab. So, do we have to check all the bodies to see if Mukuro's in the morgue? Or are we just gonna assume? Let's look at the tarps first. There's a stack of tarps here. I've been seeing a lot of those things lately. Okay, well, morgue. The right-hand lights are off. I thought I was gonna check in here. Do I not check in here? Am I done? Well, I'm gonna go to the dojo then. Because that's the last room I actually have to check. So maybe I'll get more once I unlock this room. Oh, hello, Toko. Oh, Toko, this is where you were.
What do you want?
Am I so disgusting? You want me out of your sight? No, that's not it at all. I just thought maybe you'd found a clue. Well, I haven't. I didn't find anything, not a single clue. I figured since this place was related to the case, it would have to have something, right? But there wasn't anything out of the ordinary here. Give it back! Give me back my precious time! Calm down, Toko.
What's your
Don't tell me to calm down. Do you have any idea what I'm going through right now? When everyone finds out, they're gonna call me useless, good for nothing. Nobody's gonna say that. Master will. I'm not sure I can disagree with that. I don't want that. I'm sick of always being looked down on. Why won't anyone accept me? Well, I don't think there's any clues here, so maybe I'm gonna get going. Are we sure there's no clues in here? I want to check the locker again. We found a clue in here, but it was just the mastermind's attempt to frame Kyoko. Okay. That's it. But wait, I didn't check anything at the morgue. I literally didn't check anything at the morgue, and the body count at the morgue was not equal to the amount of dead people. So something is wrong. And it comes back to Junko. What if Junko was fake? What if everything Junko related was a lie and her death was all fake? Because she's the only one that was ever killed by the mastermind directly she was on display for all of us to see to make sure that we didn't break any of the rules, because if we broke with the rules, that's what would happen to us. I don't know. I don't think it was Junko. But it could be Junko, because now it comes to because of one of the bodies being missing. Now it just opens up the doors that the mastermind doesn't have to be somebody that's alive. The mastermind can also be somebody who's already died. It could have been a fake death. What if they staged one of the freaking executions? What if Mondo was alive and we never made Mondo butter? What if Mondo butter was just fake?
This is a school announcement. Is everyone working hard? Is your investigation coming along nicely?
It wouldn't make sense for Junko to be the ultimate despair, though. She's the ultimate, model?
Well then, since you're all giving it your best, your generous headmaster will give you a little hint.
A little hint? What I'm mostly confused about is the fucking pictures. They either deepfake these pictures or all of this is a lie. That is what I'm so confused about. What are those deepfake pictures?
For those of you who are interested, please make your way to the gym ASA possible.
I'm gonna start saying that. ASA possible. What? Now he wants to give us a hint? It's suspicious. There's no doubt about that. This could be a trap. But even knowing that, he said to go to the gym, right? We're going to the gym. Who's gonna meet me here? Hi, Yasuhiro. Oh, hey, Hiro. Makoto. Why'd you act so surprised? No reason. You heard Monokuma's announcement, right? Are you here to find out what he has to say? I just did, actually. I'm on my way out. You already talked to him? What'd he say? Listen, sorry, but I gotta go. Hiro, wait. There was no point in trying to stop him. He ran off like a frightened animal. Hiro? It was like he was trying to avoid me. I was hoping to talk to him about the notebook I found in the locker. Has he been hiding something this whole time? Hello, Monokuma. We got a little video. Okay. It's just me this time, though. Hey.
I am Monokuma!
Hello, welcome. Hello. Are you ready for your final hint? Well, it just so happens to be in the envelope on the ground in front of you. Oh, the envelope? This must be the envelope. And just so you know, I won't be answering any questions about what you find inside. What? Don't worry, just get on with it. But can I ask you other questions? Not about what I find inside, but can I ask you what you talked about with Hiro? Monokuma's cryptic words didn't make me feel any better, but I picked up the envelope and opened it. What I found was a single photograph. More pictures, more deepfakes. Oh, it's everybody that's dead. And Junko's face is crossed out. Let it be noted that everybody's face is visible except for Junko's. It featured a bunch of faces I recognized extremely well. Wait, whoa! Mukuro's right here. I'm not in here. I'm not here. Wait, okay, here's Celeste, let's count them. Here's Celeste, Mondo, Leon's down here, you can't see him. Then there's Mukuro, Sayaka, Hiro, Sakura, Hifumi, Taka, Junko, Chihiro, Kyoko, Toko, Byakuya, and Hina. And I'm missing. I'm the only person that's missing here. Uh-oh, awkward! Wait, when did this picture get taken? Why is Mukuro here? If this was a real photo, wouldn't Hiro know about this? Wouldn't Hina know about this? Can I ask Kyoko and Taka and Byakuya? It was everyone who'd come to Hope's Peak at the same time as me. Wait, but there's someone behind Sayaka. That should be me. That should be me holding your hand. That should. Leon, get the fuck away from Sayaka. I just noticed this. Leon is sitting right next to Sayaka. Leon has his arm on the on Sayaka's backrest. Get the fuck away from her. I'm saying that as a protecting Sayaka, even though I was Leon's boy. I was a Leon boy. I wasn't a Sayaka fan. I didn't want anything to do with Sayaka. Sayaka was getting on my damn nerves. I was a Leon fan. I was so distraught when I found out that Leon killed Sayaka because he was supposed to be my bromance. Me and Leon had a bromance day one. It was supposed to be me and him, and then Byakuya came and he ruined it all. She's the only one I don't recognize. Wait, that's not true. I do recognize her. That's right. When Byakuya and I were at the headmaster's room and we looked at that file, Mikuro Ikusaba. Then this girl is... What? Why? Why is Mikuro here with everyone else? And even more than that, just having everyone here pose like this is weird enough by itself. And we're all wearing matching uniforms? I don't remember anything like this. Oh my god, wait, yeah, we are. Holy shit, we're all wearing, well, except for Celeste. Except for Celestia Ludenberg. Our little gambling queen could not be bothered to wear the school uniform like everybody else. She had to be different. And she cannot be bothered to not wear her Lolita dress. Another thing I'm noticing is that Junko has her face cropped, but also she's wearing a tie. She has a half black, half white tie that has the canceled thing on it. It has a circle with the, you know what I'm talking about? The canceled logo. Junko. Junko. I'm just really analyzing this picture. And now that I'm looking at it, it's not even everyone. I'm not in the picture. I'm the only one not there. The picture has all 15 other students, but not me. But I guess that makes sense. After all, I don't remember ever taking a picture like this. I went to junior high with Sayaka, but the first time I met everyone else was when I arrived here at Hope's Peak Academy. So it was natural for me not to be in this picture, but what was definitely unnatural is that everyone else is in the picture. I thought everyone was like me and didn't know each other till they got here. But if this picture is real, then could it be everyone else and just me? Everyone here except me is... How long are you gonna keep this rambling soliloquy of yours, Hamlet?
What are you gonna do?
You're kind of getting in the way of standing there, you know? So, I mean, get out. But I told you I'm not fielding any questions. What kind of mystery would this be if I gave you all the answers? That'd be totally out of left field. Oh, he's broken again. I guess that means he's done talking. Damn it. Is that the last thing? So in the end, all I found in the gym was even more confusion. And with that confusion in hand, I left the gym, dejected. How does that count as a hint? It just made me even more confused. Is that what Monokuma was going for? Did he put together a fake photo just to confuse me? But it looked so real, so full of life. How could anyone fake that? Which would mean everyone but me. Well, he's keeping the bodies pretty well preserved. Who's to say that he doesn't have a really good, what are the people that work on dead bodies called? A mortician. Who's to say that he doesn't have a really good mortician? Which would mean everyone but me. Maybe I should ask everyone directly. That should clear all this up. No, I have to clear all this up. Let's go. Let's ask people. Okay, we have Byakuya in the archive. We can go there. Oh, Byakuya. Listen, do you think we could talk? Byakuya?
That's enough.
I have nothing to talk to you about. Don't talk to me as if we're friends. Byakuya, but I thought we were lovers. Hey, Byakuya, wait. But of course he didn't. He just walked away. What was he acting like that? Like he was purposely trying to avoid me. Oh, this is more of Monokuma's. Oh, he gave me that picture. He showed me that picture of everyone together, but he probably showed everybody else something different. Hello, Hero. Have you noticed the body's gone? Hey, Hero. Makoto, what's going on with you? Every time I see you, you freak out a little like that. No? Sorry, but I'm in a big hurry. Once again, he ran off like a terrified rabbit. Hero, what's wrong? I still wasn't able to talk to him about the notebook I'd found. It was like he was avoiding me. Like he was afraid of me. Why? What did the freaking headmaster show these people? There was somebody in the oh. Toko's in the bio lab. Toko, are you playing with the dead bodies? What's going on? Oh, I decided to visit the bio lab one more time. And the first thing I saw when I got there was her passed out again. She opened the door. She passed out. She saw blood. Huh? Toko? She did. I want to look at this first. Who is it? It's open. Oh, but Toko. Oh, I don't care about her. Toko, are you okay? No. She's not dead, is she? No, she's just cold. Jill, I'm so glad you're here. I could not stand Toko, girl. You are so much more fun. I'm glad you're here. It's cold. It's super cold. So cold. I think I might catch a cold. If you keep taking naps in places like this, I'm sure you will.
I see.
What? I was asleep. I must have fainted again. I bet you were standing here watching me getting all excited, weren't you? No, I wasn't.
Have you reached
Oh,
that
then what?
certain
Hot and
age?
bothered? Straight up horny? Okay, so why did you pass out? I don't know. The last thing I remember was waking up now. What did you do to Miss Moroso? That was her name. Oh, that's right. Your memory stops and starts each time you switch. Bingo bazinga! We share some basic knowledge, but our memories are very much separate.
SOB!
And don't say it like it's a bad thing, it's a blessing as far as I'm concerned. Because even if she forgets something, I totally remember. So it's like a total double the memory. Oh no, it's more like half. Oh. Why is that a truth bullet?
Huh?
But all I want to know right now is, where's my little darling? Tell me more or I'll slit your throat. I don't know. I'm sure Byakuya's around here somewhere doing his own investigating.
Yes.
By himself? I assume so. I knew it. I totally knew it. I'm totally pro when it comes to all things master. Anyways, I gotta hurry. I can't even imagine how lonely he must be right now. Okay. Toko shot off an eerie laughter echoing behind her. I totally forgot to ask her about the picture. Well, there's no point in asking Genocide Jack anyways. Besides, I have more important things to do right now. Like, look at the dead body! Why did Toko faint? There's gotta be some reason for it. Ugh. Come on, Makoto. Who is it? The fridge, it's open. But I'm sure they were all shut tight last time I was here. That must be why she passed out. Hello,
Right.
Kyoko! She faints so easily. Kyoko!
Makoto,
It's getting late, isn't it? Are you okay?
indeed.
I'm sorry if I made you worry. No, you don't have to apologize.
Listen.
But listen, about this room. Oh yeah, it's
It would seem
a morgue. Yeah,
I knew it.
I suspected as much. And Toko must have looked inside the fridge, seen what was in there, and well, there you have it. You knew she'd fainted?
Indeed.
I was on my way here when Genocide Jack came running past me. I assumed she must have sneezed, but once I got inside, the real reason became clear.
It would seem
I imagine she came here to investigate, and when she opened the slot there, that's when she saw the body inside and dropped like a bag of rocks. Why has everything gotta be so difficult with her?
Anyway,
We should close it up. Don't want to leave it hanging open like that. But I want to see who it is. Yeah, good idea.
Makoto.
Give me a hand with this. Kyoko approached the fridge, hands outstretched. But suddenly, she stopped. What's wrong?
Listen.
Maybe we should wait a second before closing it. Huh? How come? They're not dead. They're just frozen. Mukuro's body is in there. Wait, so if Mukuro's body's in there, that means somebody else's body is missing. If Mukuro is in here, somebody else is out there. Somebody that's died already. Because Mukuro is in here. Mukuro's corpse? Mukuro's body's inside the fridge?
I see.
Just like every other time, the mastermind probably brought it up here while we were in class trial. The mastermind did it because they assumed we wouldn't be doing the class trial over again, I guess.
So,
Wait, did I say that because he assumed we may not be doing the class trial? You may be right. Either way, now I can finally get a good look at the body. Oh, that's right, Kyoko didn't get a chance to look at the body during the last investigation.
Makoto.
I need to do my own examination on the corpse as soon as possible. I'm going to find a clue this time, and I'm going to grab the mastermind by the tail. Okay, so what should I do?
So then,
Why don't you just wait over there? I'll let you know as soon as I'm finished. Just wait over there? That's it? I can wait. Should I ask Kyoko about that group photo? Oh, I should ask Kyoko about the group photo. After all, she's in it too. Don't let me interrupt your investigation, but I wanted to talk to you about something. What is it? It's about that announcement Monokuma made earlier. You mean the one about a hint or something? I didn't take him up on the offer. Huh? Why not?
Because...
The only reason he'd give us a hint at this point would be to confuse us or to cloud our judgment. I can solve this mystery on my own without whatever hints he may have to offer. That's a good point. I wish I could go back to do the same thing, but what's done is done, I guess. Standing here looking at her, I don't think she's hiding anything from me. Is she right? Did the mastermind forge that picture as a trap to confuse us? That's gotta be it. There's no other explanation. Okay, can I look at the body? Can I look at the body too? It's a fridge meant to storing dead bodies. I can't do it. I can't look inside. So am I just gonna wait? I don't know what I'm supposed to click on. On the left side of the refrigerator, a bunch of blue lights are on. But these ones aren't.
It would seem
the blue lights come on when a slot is occupied. So when someone's in there, the blue lights comes on. Looking around, the number of lights that were on, including Mukuro's, there's 9 in all. 9. 9 lights? There we go. Finally, we added the light things to the fucking truth bullets. Do I look at the tarp? You know, I think I've seen this tarp like this somewhere before. Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah. Ah, it's the same one I found in the garden tool shed. If I remember, that tarp had a stamp on it that said Biolab. And that's the tarp that was used to help camouflage the murder in the garden. At some point, someone got it from the Biolab and took it over here. So that means whoever did cover up the tarp couldn't have been, well, it couldn't have been any of the people that were alive. So the mastermind is one of the students, but it's one of the students that are dead. At some point, someone got it from the Biolab and took it over here. Okay, Makoto, I'm done. Already? Geez, that was fast.
Indeed.
Anyone can do good work if they go slow. In that spirit, I'll make my report brief. So did you find anything?
Indeed.
I paid careful attention to the wounds and the traces of blood, and it seems highly likely that the stomach wound and blow to the back of her head were inflicted after death. The stomach wound and the blow to the back of her head were inflicted after death, so she didn't die with the pipe hit. Really? The burnt tissue made things a little difficult, but I'm completely confident in my findings. So that means neither of those were the fatal injury, right? Then what was the fatal injury? Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. The only other option is those other wounds, but the file said that they were old.
Is that right?
Where does it say that they're old? Huh?
Because...
all the Monokuma's file says is that they were inflicted at least several days ago. I guess I don't see the difference.
Wrong.
Well, the difference is immense, considering the impression they give.
Listen.
You seem to be equating several days old with simply old.
However...
but that doesn't quite follow logically. Old wounds makes it sound like they've been there forever, like they're not related to the murder. Are you saying they are? Okay, but we all got the Monokuma file, right? After she was killed, right? So the wounds were at least a few days old. There's no way they could have had anything to do with it.
So then...
but what if Mukuro herself... but what if Mukuro herself wasn't killed within the last few days? What?
at the very least...
what if Mukuro was killed at the very beginning, and then they just stored her body really nice and well? Certainly, and that's why they never participated in anything. Certainly, you can't allow it as one of the many possibilities, can't you? One of many?
Right.
A detective doesn't have supernatural powers. There's no way to predict answers from the beginning. Instead, the ideal detective begins by imagining as many possible scenarios as they can. Then, as they investigate, they test what they find against each of these possibilities. Of course, me telling you this doesn't mean you'll be any good at detective work. But beyond using that to solve this particular mystery, you should keep in mind for the future. Okay.
Hey.
So if there's anything else you'd like to know about the condition of the body, now's the time. Come to think of it, there was one thing. Earlier, when I was looking at Mukuro's profile, it listed her height and weight.
So...
5'7" inches, 97 pounds. Vitals were 31, 22, 32. Did I get all that right? You remember all of that? They are indeed consistent with the corpse. So then...
indeed.
And don't forget about the Fenrir tattoo. There's absolutely no mistake.
Indeed.
Our victim in this case is without a doubt Mukuro Ikusaba.
And?
Is that all you wanted to ask? Yeah, I think so.
So
Then it looks like we have no further business with Mukuro's body. Let's get going. It's kind of chilly in here. Oh wait, are we not gonna put the body back? Don't you think it's kind of sad leaving it out like this?
Why?
Sad? Did you forget she was our enemy once? A part of the ultimate despair? But she still got killed. She's still a victim.
Hey,
Have you ever heard the phrase, you reap what you sow? Well, yeah, but still. You really are naive. You know that? It's really quite appalling. But she could have abandoned me. But she could have abandoned me. But she decided to help me instead. I'm like her little puppy. I'm her little doggy. So for someone like that, what does it mean to be naive?
so then.
I think we've done it all we can do here. Back to our separate investigations, yes? Oh, hold on. I still have one more thing to do. Something I need to talk to Kyoko about. The picture! Oh, and her notebook! Oh, I wasn't gonna ask her about the picture, I guess, because she didn't want to go to the thing. I need to ask her about the pocketbook I found in that locker. If I don't do it now... Kyoko, don't leave! Kyoko, I have something to ask you, girl! Really important, actually. Hey, Kyoko. I do have this last thing. I know I shouldn't, but I feel like I have to ask.
What?
Go ahead then, out with it. Have you really not seen your dad even once since you got here?
What? So...
What do you mean? Well, you know all those lockers on the second floor of the dorms?
Indeed.
I do, yes. But to get into any of the lockers, you need a handbook, or of whoever the locker belonged to. Actually, I managed to get them open using the emergency handbook.
I see.
The one you found in the headmaster's hidden room.
And?
So, did you find anything worthwhile in the lockers? I found a pocketbook, and after looking through it, I think it must be your pocketbook.
Why is that?
What makes you say that?
Because...
Like I said, only the locker's owner should be able to get into it, right? I can't imagine those lockers belonging to any of us. After all, we only got access to the area just recently. What I'm saying is, there's no way I could have access to any of those lockers. And if I did have a pocketbook, why would I bother putting it in a locker? Everything you just said makes perfect sense, but there was something written inside. It was about the headmaster, about your father.
What? If that's true...
Could that mean that video is real too? Her video, we don't know what her video is about. Video?
Makoto.
I think everything is finally starting to fit together to reveal a cohesive picture. Although I'm afraid that picture might be worse than anything we could have imagined. Please tell me what's going on. What are you talking about? I need to go investigate those lockers right now. I need to confirm what you just said to me with my own two eyes. Oh, let me give you the headmaster's handbook. That way you can...
So...
That won't be necessary. If I'm right about this, I shouldn't have any problem opening the locker with my own handbook. So is it hers? Are you confirming it's yours? After all, it would seem that it's my locker. Is she lying about what she remembers, or is she just missing more of her memory? Did you just not remember the full picture? Like, what's going on, Kyoko? I don't know. Your locker?
Makoto.
If you watch this, it'll all make sense. If you watch this, it'll all make sense. It's her disc, her video. Please, a DVD? Class number 78, urgent interviews. And it says class 78, urgent interviews?
So...
I found it in that hidden room after you left.
Anyway...
I don't have time to explain exactly what I think it means, so just watch it and see for yourself. I think you'll realize exactly what it means. You'll understand why you found my pocketbook in a place none of us have ever seen before. None of this makes sense right now. But I guess that means there's some important clue on this DVD.
Makoto.
Oh, and now it's my turn. Do you have a second to listen to me ramble? Oh, yes, please. Ramble?
In other words...
So as it turns out, the arrangements I'd made didn't stick. What I mean is, I'm less and less sure of everything, even my own feelings. You're talking about your dad, right? I can never find the answers to the questions I wanted to ask for the rest of my life. And all because of the mastermind.
However...
But there's one thing I am sure of. When it comes to the mastermind, there's no room in my heart for forgiveness. I swore to destroy the mastermind. This is one more reason to follow through on that. She doesn't deserve it. She's baby girl. Unless she's mastermind. But she's not mastermind, she's baby girl. Kyoko's eyes burned with the fire of determination. The determination to defeat the mastermind. It's strange to be confronted with his death and suddenly feel this way. I couldn't care less if my father had found happiness.
Why?
So why is it? Why does it bother me so much to know how he suffered? It's ridiculous. There's just no understanding it, I guess. She let out a small laugh, and as she said it, but her smile was filled with sorrow.
Whew.
So, that's it for my rambling. There's still too much to do before I can consider my task complete. Yeah, you're right.
Hey,
But keep this in mind. There's only ever one absolute truth. Whether that truth serves justice or suffering, whether it's the greatest truth or the worst. What do you mean?
Makoto.
Even if the truth you uncover is filled with hopelessness, you still can't give up hope. Absolutely not, because all I can do is keep moving forward. That's pretty much all I'm good at, you know? Indeed. Sorry if that was strange.
So then,
Anyways, I need to get going. I'll see you at the class trial. Leaving behind that final farewell, Kyoko was gone. I'd better get going myself. I got that DVD from Kyoko. I should head to the AV room and check it out. Kyoko said something about hopeless truth. But no matter what happens, I won't lose hope. Even if it's the worst truth in the world. I can't afford to lose. I don't know, Makoto. I'm kind of worried about that now. I'm kind of really nervous about this. Can I watch it now? This should be able to play DVDs just fine. Well then, I'd better take a look. I took the DVD Kyoko gave me and put it in the player. It said it was playing, but nothing appeared on screen. I stared into the black of the monitor. It must have been only a few seconds, but to me it felt like an eternity. And then, all of a sudden, an image appeared. Sayaka! Sayaka? It took me by total surprise. I hadn't seen Sayaka in who knows how long, and there she was.
Okay then, are you ready to begin?
The voice I heard was the man positioned on one side of the screen. It was the voice of a middle-aged man.
I do apologize, but I hope you don't mind if I record our conversation. I'm a little slow, you know. I never really got the hang of taking notes while having a conversation.
It sounded like he was trying to make a joke, but Sayaka's tense face didn't move a single millimeter.
So this video is meant to serve as a kind of contract substitute. It's not that I don't trust you guys. It's more like insurance. So please don't worry too much. Now then, let me get straight to the point. There is a chance that you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
Do you want me to accept that? Sayaka was obviously at a total loss. It made total sense. Who would agree to spending the rest of your life in the school? I accept. What?
Thank you. And I'm sorry about all this. Well, I can promise you that I will do everything in my power to keep you safe. As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, I give you my word.
As if on cue, that's where the video cut out. So Sayaka did agree to spend her entire life here, so then why was she so surprised when she had to spend her entire life here? What she did, There was a lot I hadn't understood up till now. But only this, I simply couldn't comprehend what I'd heard. Because I know how much Sayaka wanted to get out of here. I know how much she wanted to escape and pursue her dreams with her friends again. She wanted that so bad, she tried to frame me for murder. So why? Why would she say yes to living here for the rest of her life? As I sat there thinking about it, I noticed a sudden light. On the monitor, the video that I thought was finished flashed back on screen. My eyes darted back to the screen. And if it was confusing before, what I saw next pushed me right over the edge. Is it me? Is it gonna be me? It's me! Huh? What I saw was me? Impossibly, undeniably me.
So, Makoto, before we begin, I should let you know that I'll be recording our conversation.
Yes.
Me and the headmaster were looking at each other. He and I were having what seemed like a fairly normal conversation. But the I in the here and now, had absolutely no memory of it. I had no memory of even meeting the headmaster, much less sitting down and talking to him like this.
Now, shall we get straight to the point? Makoto, there's a chance you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
Yes.
This can't be real. I said, yes?
I'm sorry I'm putting you through all this.
And he's saying sorry again.
Well, I mean, we don't have much of a choice, do we?
But I promise that as long as you're in this school, I will do everything I can to protect you.
Dude, fuck this game. Dude, what the fuck is going on? What are you talking about?
As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, that's the very least I can do for you.
And then you're gonna go and die, Headmaster. So much, you did so much for me, thanks. Once again, the video was cut out. From there, the video repeated the same scene again and again with the others. Oh, there's Byakuya. Byakuya. Toko. Hina. Everyone. They all said that they agreed to live in the school forever. And then... Kyoko. Her interview with him had been recorded just as clearly. Without a doubt, she had met him. She'd sat down with the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, her father, and when he asked her this question, she answered the same as everyone else. She accepted a life within the school. Just as Kyoko's interview was wrapping up, the monitor suddenly went black. Huh? It wasn't just the monitor. The DVD player itself had apparently turned off, which of course meant that the DVD wasn't playing anymore. What the heck just happened?
Say what?
Oopsie! Looks like it broke. Out of service. What? It just so happened to break just now?
Too bad.
Now then when? Doesn't matter. Failure can strike whenever, anytime. That's what failure is, right? Failure my ass. You cut the power on purpose. Well, whatever. Even if I watched the whole thing, it'd just be more of the same. No, go play more of it. He'd ask them the question and they'd all say yes. I couldn't help myself. I let out a huge, exasperated sigh. But as I did, I remembered something.
That's right.
I fainted too. And when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect. So basically, they did some cyberpunk shit where they separated our soul from our bodies. They created a clone of us. They put us in... I don't know what the fuck is happening. Did they fucking clone us? Like, that's the only logical thing that I can think of right now. They either fucking cloned us or they did the thing where they took our consciousness out of our bodies and put it in something else. I don't understand. What do you mean?
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point, my memory was gone. At that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to the school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But, what would make you forget all that?
Hey,
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seemed much too convenient. A convenient outcome. Something that seemed to obviously work in favor of the mastermind. So does that mean I've lost my memory too? Well, yeah, because when I woke up, I didn't remember how I got there. I just knew that I came to the school and that I woke up in this weird classroom and now I'm here and now this is happening. So I don't really know what happened by the time I walked through the door and when I woke up. There is that one small period that I never recovered. So there is a chance that I may have walked my way to the mastermind's office. What about the others? Have we all forgotten? Or... It's time!
For anything that has a start, there has to be an end. And if the end comes, then that means it's time for a fresh start. There is no night that doesn't have a dawn. Although that dawn is totally pitch black, there is no storm that won't eventually end. Of course, then that leads to drought. But as I said, every end is the promise of a new beginning. Which is why I'm sure we'll get to meet again, because the end is only the beginning. Anyway, let's get started. The beginning of the end of the class trial.
The beginning of the end of the class trial.
Everyone gather once again at you know where.
It's about to begin again. The class trial is going to start. The final class trial. The last time all our lives will be on the line. The last time hope and despair are on the line. I don't have a choice. I have to do this. Okay then. This is the end. And I'm saving right here! It's not the end for me! It's not the end for me! One more stream! Oh my god, guys, I'm so nervous, I'm so excited, I'm so nervous, I'm so excited! I don't know what's going on. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I don't know what's happening. Do I know who killed Mukuro Ikusaba with the mastermind? Do I know who the mastermind is? Probably Junko, I don't fucking know. Do I know why all of this is happening? People in their crazy cult